podcast in the history of podcasts.
You are watching Wrestling with Savage! But of course,
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, proud to you live as a champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. Smackdown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
I'm trying to give these two WWE legends. What's going on, Twitch and YouTube? We're here and we're back. This is Wrestling with Savage. We are live and we're going to be watching AEW All Out tonight. You're going to be in for a treat. You're going to get a lot of play-by-play live. You're going to see and hear Jon Moxley versus CM Punk, Chris Jericho versus Bryan Danielson. In the pre-hour, 0-hour show, we saw Pac defend his title against Kip Sabian, Pac picking up the win against Kip Sabian, Hook defeating Anthony Parker and retaining his FTW title as well. And we just saw Eddie Kingston go to war with Ishii. Eddie Kingston picking up the win after a brutal war. Men were both beating the absolute snot out of each other. I gotta give Eddie Kingston a lot of credit. He lit Ishii's chest up like a fucking tomato. Bright fucking red. We just watched that match. You could have watched that for free on YouTube on their All Elite Wrestling channel, but now the actual pay-per-view is starting and we are live, and let's find out what the opening match of the night is going to be. Are we going to see Bryan Danielson versus Chris Jericho to kick off the show? I don't know. I don't know what's going to kick off the show, but we're about to find out right now, so stick around. Live play-by-play coming to you. I'll be bringing you all the action non-stop tonight, so just stick around. Just stick around and we will be bringing you all the action. Let me know in the channel, of course, what everybody is thinking about, if everybody is excited, what match are you guys looking forward to the most. You can leave questions, comments, whatever you want to do. It's going to be a good time, so let's just do it right now. AEW All Out coming to you live. AEW coming to you live. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, are you going to show it? Of course I'm not going to show it. That would be breaking the law. No, not at all. You will be watching me bringing you live play-by-play commentary. And my commentary is going to be better than anything Excalibur, Tony Khan, Tony Schiavone, Jim Ross, Taz, anybody. So you might want to stick around. Find a way to watch the show, but you want to hear my play-by-play. It's going to be better than anything you're going to find on the internet. I promise you that. And that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is, folks. So you have to understand that. I'm still waiting to see what the first match of the night is going to be. We don't know. The first match of the night is going to be the Casino Ladder match. We got Wheeler Yuta making his way to the ring right now. Wheeler Yuta in the ring right now. We're going to find out who the secret opponent is in that match. So let's get that up on the visuals for you guys so you can get an idea of what the match is looking like right now. We got the Casino Ladder match, and that is coming up first. Casino Ladder match coming up first. Got to bring that all the way up. I was thinking that was going to be at the end of the night, but no. Now we're seeing Rey Fenix make his way to the ring. Wheeler Yuta's already in there. We're still going to see Cesaro. We're going to see Penta. We're going to see Rush. We're going to see Andrade and Dante Martin all make their way to the ring. The question is, who is the secret opponent? Who is the mystery opponent? I've been thinking it's going to be Adam Cole, because he's due for a return. He's been gone for a little bit. But we're going to have to wait and see. There's no official word on who it is. There, of course, right now are many rumors going around. So I guess the match is going to start with Wheeler Yuta and Rey Fenix are kicking things off, first two men in the ring. And I think every couple of minutes, it could be MJF. I can't let you watch, unfortunately. You know that. That's against the law. I can just bring you live play-by-play. Wheeler Yuta, Rey Fenix now exchanging shot, forearms non-stop by Rey Fenix in the corner. Now he's laying Wheeler Yuta up in the corner, giving him a hard shot. Wheeler Yuta coming back out with his own shots. Forearms to the face of Rey Fenix. Now Wheeler Yuta goes for a kick. Rey counters, spins him around, gives him a nice forearm to the back of the neck with a 619 kick to the shins, dropping him down. Rey Fenix, for some other reason, running to the other side of the ring, running back and doing some springboard or Jean-Claude Van Damme kind of roundhouse kick. Oh, I miss the 90s wrestling too, my friend, but wrestling is still good. You just got to fucking embrace it, man. There's plenty of things to celebrate in wrestling. Rey Fenix putting the ladder now on the steel barricade, almost hitting a fan in the face. Now Rey Fenix going back to the top rope, taking Wheeler Yuta with him. Looks like he's trying to set him up for a diamond cutter off the top rope onto the ladder. Wheeler Yuta, of course, trying to not let this happen, fighting back a little bit with some shots of his own. Wheeler Yuta now with the hammer and anvil shots, sends Rey Fenix flying to the floor, uses the ladder to kind of break his fall. Now Wheeler Yuta hitting the ropes, suicide dive, crashing on Rey Fenix. Rey Fenix now laying down on top of the ladder, rolls off, hits the floor. Wheeler Yuta now taking the ladder and placing it on the side of the ring apron. We got 2 seconds before someone comes in. Oh, and here we go, folks. Make sure you're smashing that like, share. Please follow me on YouTube, Wrestling with Savage. El Toro del Blanco Rush is now making his way to the ring with his traditional mask, his white suit that he's able to just rip off instantly with a gold tie. White pants ripped off. Rush is ready. He has spent 570 days as the Ring of Honor champion. If you're not familiar with Rush, you should watch his work in AEW. It has been phenomenal. Very good athlete. Very good wrestler. Has the look. Has the right approach. Intensity. Attitude. All good. All good things for Rush. Now Rush going to work on Wheeler Yuta, laying in a hard forearm, moving the ladder out of the way. In the middle of the ring, we have the chip, the poker chip, that's all the way at the top, which is basically the contract for the World Championship. Oh, nice! Wheeler Yuta getting pummeled onto the ladder. Now Rush with the beautiful headbutt, absolutely annihilating Rey Fenix as he was trying to make his way into the ring. Rush getting hyped up, working the crowd, hitting the ropes. Looks like he's going for his own over-the-top rope flip, taking out Rey Fenix, taunting and posing and letting everybody know that he is the fucking man. And I agree with you, Mr. Blackburn. He is money. Rush is a main event player. I am very excited to see this man's career blossom in AEW. Rush now taking the cable wires that the cameraman has rolled up in the corner, and he is beating up Rey Fenix. And now it looks like Rush is going to have some help because Andrade is up next, making his way to the ring. Of course, he's got his beautiful white pinstripe Yankee suit, his black gloves, his black mask, and they're all coming off right now. Andrade getting ready to get into the ring and help Rush out. My wife thinks this live stream show is a joke. She's trying to open the door and bother me, but that's not going to stop the show because we are live. This is Wrestling with Savage, and you are watching the all-out AEW live play-by-play. Make sure you like, smash, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. Rush and Andrade now in the middle of the ring. Rey Fenix, Wheeler Yuta, Wheeler useless. He's somewhere around there. But now it looks like Andrade and Rush are setting up the ladders in the middle of the ring. We have one ladder set up directly in the middle of the ring, and then another ladder connected to the ladder in the middle of the ring, and the rope set up kind of like a table. So now Rush all over Rey Fenix. Andrade grabbing the third ladder that's on the outside, and they're bringing this into the ring now as well. And this one now they're setting up on the steel barricade and the ring apron. And there goes Rey Fenix face first into the steel ladder. Andrade Rush now getting back into the ring. Andrade Rush obviously going over some kind of a plan. Andrade looks to be making his way to the top. But I don't think this is... can they grab that right now and win without the other 4 men even being in the match? How does this work? Oh, Rey Fenix and Wheeler Yuta now making their way back to the ring. Andrade knocking Rey Fenix off of the ladder. Wheeler Yuta, Andrade climbing to the top of the ladder in the middle of the ring. Now exchanging shots at the top. Wheeler looks like he's taking slight control until Andrade gives him a headbutt into the ladder face first. Sunset flip from Andrade to Wheeler Yuta on the ladder that was perched next to the ropes. Ouch. That looked like it hurt a little bit. Wheeler Yuta all laid out on the ladder, neck leaning against the ropes. It looked like a stiff spot. Wheeler Yuta now falling off the ladder, and here comes Cesaro, the 5th man in the match. Yes, Pac did win his match against Kip Sabian. Hook went on to defeat Angelo Parker, and Eddie Kingston beat Ishii. Now Cesaro making his presence felt, giving Rush the European uppercut into the barricade. Now Cesaro, or Claudio, I keep calling him Cesaro because it was a long time that he was Cesaro. Claudio now in the ring. Fans are chanting Claudio. Claudio setting up the ladder a little differently now. He has one of the ladders connected in between the 3rd step. He's using it to climb the ladder. Andrade joining the climb to the top. Claudio jumps off, goes around, grabs Andrade by the leg. Andrade holding onto the ladder for dear life. Claudio now trying to pick up the whole ladder. Now Andrade holding onto the ladder as Claudio is now picking it up and just sets it down. The other ladder's kind of holding it in place, I think. Oh, no, Claudio's going over a little more now. We got some weird shit happening here. Now Claudio picking up both ladders. Andrade is laying flat on top of the ladder. Definitely a unique spot. Andrade holding on for dear life because this looks like it could go very wrong anytime. Looks like Claudio's trying to send Andrade over the top rope, and he does. Andrade lands hard on his back. On the outside, Claudio looks like he's impressed with himself. Looks like he's very impressed with himself. Let's see what's going to happen next. Claudio now grabbing the ladder, bringing it back to the middle of the ring. 6 seconds left before the next member comes out of this match. Who's it going to be? Probably going to be Penta, right? No, it is not Penta. It is Dante Martin. Former member of the Flight Club, now making his way to the ring. And he immediately interjects himself, jumping over the ladder, getting hit in the head by the other ladder. That looked like a nice botch. Sending his Claudio flying into the corner with Rey Fenix. Kicks Claudio in the hand. Kicks Claudio in the face. Another kick to the midsection. So far, Dante Martin has been in the ring for like about 30 seconds. And there's already been 3 botches. Claudio sending Rey Fenix over the top rope. Dante sending Claudio over the top rope. And he's going for the springboard over the top rope. Wheeler Yuta now setting up the ladder in the middle of the ring. Dante Martin sees this. Now he springboards on top of the ladder over Wheeler Yuta. Has his hand on the chip already. First person to touch the chip. Now Wheeler Yuta and Dante Martin in the ring fighting a little bit. Dante with the drop kick taking out Wheeler. Claudio sends Dante all the way to the top of the ladder. Dante going after that chip yet again. Dante with the Hurricane Rana drop on top of Claudio. Claudio turns it into a powerbomb and sends them. They both go flying over the top rope to the outside. 7 sets. Whole spot already killed it. 6 seconds left. Next opponent coming out. It's got to be Pac. I wish it was Pac. It is Cero Neto. It is Penta. Now Rey Fenix has some help. So you got couple of tag teams in here now. They should be working together. Penta getting the full pyro entrance here. Penta L0. He comes in, automatic destroyer on the ramp, just annihilating Dante Martin. Sling blade to Roosh on the outside. Penta is pumped up. The crowd is pumped up. Penta now going to the steel steps, getting into the ring. Wheeler Yuta going after him. He sends him flying to the top rope and gives him a little super kick to the chin. Claudio now comes in with a European uppercut on Penta. Irish whip into the corner. Penta over springboard. Code breaker to the back of Claudio. Penta is hyped up. The crowd is hyped up. Saddle, Naddle. They're all chanting. He goes after Claudio again. Claudio sends him over the top rope. Nice enziguri from Penta to Claudio. Now Andrade getting back in the mix. Big right hand. Big chop to Penta. Picking him up on the ringside apron. Has him in the fireman's carry position. And he's going to try to send him into this ladder that's set up over there on the barricade. No, Penta's going to counter. He punches him. Now they're both stepping on the ladder that's set up on the apron in the barricade. Here comes Roosh to save the day. Here comes Rey Fenix walking on the ropes like a cat. Kicks his Roosh in the face. Penta with the destroyer on the ladder. Just dumping all over Andrade's poor head. Now Roosh is set up on the table on the outside. Rey Fenix on the top rope. Big time 5-star frog splash off the top rope. Putting Roosh through the table. Ouch. Ouchies, ladies and gentlemen. Absolute ouchies. My God. Holy shit is correct, ladies and gentlemen. Holy shit is correct. What the hell is going on? My God. What a 5-star frog splash from Rey Fenix. Now Claudio, Wheeler Yuta in the middle of the ring. Both ascending the ladder. Claudio has a little bit of an advantage. Here comes Dante Martin with a springboard off the apron. On the back of Claudio now, trying to basically hump the back of his neck, using his shoulders to climb all the way to the top. Wheeler Yuta meets him there. And now people on a mask. There's a bunch of people in the ring right now with masks on. They're dumping the ladder. Oh, this could be interesting. We have men in masks that are here. And they are kicking everybody's ass. The men in the masks, black masks, everybody's wearing all black. No idea what's going on right now. But somebody is climbing that right there. Could be Scorpio Sky, maybe. Somebody is grabbing that chip. And they have the chip. And it's... Oh, it's Stokely. Stokely has the chip. Ethan Page has the mask. He's there. The Ass Boys are there. And now who else is there? Big Cass is there too. We have Big Cass in the ring. With the Joker. The Joker now coming out. Probably Jay Lethal. Ooh. Finally the Joker coming up, but Stokely already has the chip. But who's coming out? Who's the Joker? Stokely. Loving this. He's in the ring holding the chip. Holding it for whoever's coming out right now. They're playing music. I don't know who the fuck's coming out right now. Somebody's coming out. It's a guy with a mask on. He's got like a white skull mask. Something big is about to happen. It probably is Adam Cole, baby. He's got a white devil mask on. No idea who it is. Maybe it is MJF. It looks like it could be MJF, ladies and gentlemen. This could be MJF coming down to get his chip. I think that's MJF, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, MJF. And now he has the chip. He has his AEW World Championship. Is it going to be MJF? We're going to find out any minute now. He hasn't taken off the mask yet. He's just holding up the chip. He is the winner of this match. Giving the chip back to Stokely now. The man in the mask. It's got to be MJF. This reads like MJF's body language. It's got to be MJF. And he says no. He's not taking off the mask. Everybody booing. Everybody booing. But it looks like we have a new super faction here now. Man in the Mask, Big Cass, the Ass Boys, Stokely. He's going to need it. If that's MJF, I'm pretty positive that was MJF, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pretty positive that was MJF. I can't prove it, but if I have to go based on his body language and everything that I just saw, I really have to think that that was MJF. Like, there's no other person that it could be. I don't. It had to be MJF. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. MJF is back in AEW. He is now in possession of that chip. It has to be. I cannot see anybody else. The way his body movement was, the way he was walking around the ring, the way he did everything, the music. And of course, MJF is a faction guy. He always wants help because that's his character. His character is that he has to cheat, he has to this, he has to that. So, the casino ladder match is over, and the winner is, as far as AEW is concerned, it's a mystery. We don't know who it is. We'll probably have to wait till Wednesday night to get some answers. But I'm pretty sure it's MJF. Unless, later tonight after the main event, the Man in the Mask returns to beat the shit out of whoever the champion is, which, let's be honest, we all know it's going to be CM Punk, right? They're letting us know that the Kenny Omega match, the Young Bucks, Hangman Adam Page, and the Dark Order match is going to be next. So, let's get ready for that match. The Triple Championships are about to be decided right now. This is the Elite versus the Dark Order. And this match is next. Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, are going to be taking on Dark Order's John Silver and Alex Reynolds, with, of course, none other than their friend Hangman Adam Page. What a way to start off the night, though, with some controversy right there, because you have to imagine everybody is probably shocked at what they just saw. Absolutely shocked. Hangman now making his way to the ring. We all know that was Hangman Adam Page. Hangman Adam Page making his way to the ring now with Alex Reynolds and Johnny Hungy as they await the arrival of their opponents, the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. Who will win this match? It should be the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, but I wouldn't be surprised if they gave it to the Dark Order. I really wouldn't. And here come the Bucks, folks. Young Bucks getting the full, beautiful entrance. Their song kicking off the Super Kick Party, baby. And here they come, the Bucks. Donned in their very colorful attire, looking like they just were playing paintball. Here it comes, boy. Nick and Matt Jackson, the Young Bucks. It's a Super Kick Party. The Elite are here. And none other than Kenny, by God, Omega will be making his way to the ring now. These sneakers, they're letting us know, are available coming soon to Champ Sports. So the Bucks making another deal, another money deal for the Young Bucks. They got sneakers coming to Champ Sports. And now, he is 2-0 since returning to AEW. He is Kenny, by God, Omega. Will Ospreay has taken his ball and gone home, while Kenny Omega is still here tonight in Chicago. He could become the first wrestler to hold the 3 AEW titles and represent both Winnipeg, Manitoba, and North Carolina. He is Kenny Omega! Kenny Omega. Kenny by God Omega making his return to the ring, looking incredible, wearing absolutely no shoulder tape, no t-shirt. Tonight is the night. Kenny by God freaking Omega has returned for real. And we're about to see a match, ladies and gentlemen. The Elite versus the Dark Order. Two AEW original factions going to war tonight to become the first triple team champions. The first trios champion team to be determined right now, live tonight on Wrestling with Savage. Gotta just sit back and appreciate the Kenny Omega music a little bit. Ready to go? Are you ready to go? Are you ready to go? Are you ready to go? Kenny Omega. Good night. Bang bang. AEW World Trios Championship match coming to you live right now. All men are getting ready to kick off the match. Here we go, folks. It's getting ready to go down. Let's go. Alright, looks like Hangman and Nick Jackson will be kicking this match off. Former best friends locking up in the middle of the ring. Hangman taking early control with a wrist lock. Now Nick Jackson counter. Hangman with a beautiful counter his own. Back to the hammerlock and outside headlock. Nick sending Hangman to the ropes. Now Hangman with a shoulder block taking down Nick Jackson, hitting the ropes. Grabs Nick, sends him into the ropes for another Irish whip, leapfrog, cartwheel, kick up by Hangman. Nick Jackson going for a crazy fucking kick. Hangman dodges and they rest this spot. Nick Jackson looking like Hulk Hogan NWO. They give each other a pound. Show of respect. Matt Jackson does not seem to be liking this. Now Matt Jackson asking for the tag. He's coming in. Looks like he has the better tag of the two bucks. And Hangman's going to tag in Alex Reynolds. Now Alex Reynolds and Matt Jackson are going at it. Matt Jackson has a bunch of tape on his lower back. Oh, Matt Jackson with a kick up. Flip from the armbar position. Now Alex Reynolds returning the favor with his own kick flip. The ladder match was won by a mystery man with a mask, but if you ask me, the mystery man 100% was MJF. MJF, if you want to know. It was MJF. With Stokely and Big Cass, Ass Boys, they're going to have a new faction now. And now the beatdown from Alex Reynolds to Matt Jackson all over the fucking guy. He's punching him, laying in shots. Ref has to break it up. Matt Jackson now going back to his corner. Are we going to see a tag to Kenny Omega? Okay, hold on. Hold on. They're both men walking the ring. Getting a little bit of a reset here. Johnny Hungy watching on. Knowing his moment is coming. And there it is. Blind tag from Johnny Hungy. He's now in the ring. Big fucking forearm to the back of Matt Jackson. Now a kick to the back of Matt Jackson. And now Alex Reynolds and Hungy over here beating down on Matt Jackson. Hangman comes in and says, "What the hell are you guys doing? That's not what we're about." Hangman basically breaking them up from beating the shit. What's going on, Neighborhood Echo? We're over here doing live play-by-play for All Elite, All Out. Hangman now in the ring with Matt Jackson. Matt's asking Hangman, what the hell's that all about? And now he goes over and he tags in Kenny by God Omega. And now it's Kenny and Hangman Adam Page about to lock horns for the first time in a long time. There we go. It's Hangman and Kenny Omega now. Fans now chanting Kenny. Fans are chanting Kenny hard. Kenny Omega, Hangman in the middle of the ring talking some shit. Some fans chanting cowboy shit. And the lockup. Both men now locking up. Hangman tries to take control quickly, but Kenny backs away. Fans now back to chanting Kenny. Hangman pulling on the ropes. Kenny walking the ring. Hangman walking the ring before the lockup. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Hangman, Kenny Omega locking up. Kenny Omega taking Hangman into the corner. And now Hangman getting dragged around the ring by Kenny Omega, who takes him back to his own corner. We see a blind tag from Johnny Hungy, who comes in, gives Kenny Omega a shot to the back. Johnny Hungy now with the arm bar wrenched in very hard on Kenny Omega, really rubbing that elbow into that top shoulder part. Blind tag from Alex Reynolds now. He's back in the ring. He's working on Kenny Omega's left arm, putting him in the hammerlock and trying to send him into the turnbuckle, chest first, hard. Now another tag to Johnny Hungy. Him and Alex Reynolds working very well together, trying to pick apart Kenny Omega. Double drop toe hold, roll through, double drop kick to Kenny Omega's face. My God, the disrespect. Hangman Adam Page just can watch on as this is happening, and there's nothing he can do about it. All right, here we go. Hangman asking for the tag. He keeps saying we're trying to win, I know. Why is he taking it easy? I guess Kenny and them are... Now Kenny turning Hangman around. Big chop on Hangman Adam Page. Woo! Hangman with a big chop of his own, lighting Kenny up. Now Kenny with a kick to the midsection, punch to the face, another punch to the face. Irish whip sending Kenny flying fast. Big boot to the face, taking Kenny Omega down. Now Hangman with a fall-away slam on Kenny Omega and the kick up. He's pointing at the Bucks, talking some shit. Now we can see a shot to Matt Jackson, sending him off the ring apron. Hangman with a springboard off the top rope. Kenny Omega dodges out of the way, and Nick Jackson with a super kick to the face of Hangman Adam Page. Now Kenny dragging Hangman off the apron, and Nick Jackson with a flip off the apron. Matt Jackson with the diving double drop kick to Alex and Hungy. Nick Jackson with the over-the-top attack, taking out the Dark Order. We're going to see something. Something's going on. I don't know where this is going, but something's going on for sure in this match. Matt Jackson off the top rope with an elbow drop on Hangman Adam Page. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out from Hangman Adam Page. Matt Jackson slapping that canvas in frustration. Picking up Hangman Adam Page. Taking him to the corner. But going to give him another elbow shot to the top of his head first. We're going to see the snapmare. Tag to his brother. Brother comes in with over-the-top rope senton on top of Hangman. Now, Nick Jackson stomping on the fingers of Hangman Adam Page, working on him and near his corner. Johnny Hungy, Alex Reynolds slowly making their way back to their corner. Now, Nick Jackson with the shoulder thrust in the corner on Hangman Adam Page. Tag to his brother, Matt Jackson, who comes in. Then he tags Kenny. Young Bucks setting Hangman up with the Irish whip. Double drop toe hold into the gut buster. Kenny Omega with the over-the-back famouser. And spinning blockbuster from Nick Jackson. Now Matt Jackson Nick Jackson getting out of the ring as Kenny Omega is the legal man. Kenny Omega, the legal man, now picking up Hangman Adam Page. Hangman trying to fight back. Kenny with elbow to the back of the head. Now bringing Hangman back to their corner. Starts working on the shots to the chin. Right hands. Grabbing a handful of hair. Taking Hangman to the middle of the ring. Applying the arm wrench. And now he has him in the fireman's carry position. Hangman fighting out of it. Pushes Kenny Omega off. Goes for a cheap shot on Matt and Nick Jackson. And now a Death Valley driver from Hangman to Kenny Omega. Not going for the cover though. Not very wise by Hangman. Alex Reynolds slapping the ring. Johnny Hungy asking for the tag. We see the tag to Johnny Hungy, who comes in. We get a tag to Nick Jackson. No, excuse me, Matt Jackson now in the ring. Getting his ass kicked by John Silver. Nick Jackson watching on as Matt Jackson and Johnny Hungy going at it. Johnny Hungy with a beautiful step up in Seguri. Running senton flip, absolutely taking out Brandon Cutler. Kicking some security guard. He's running around the ring, and finally a kick to the face from Nick Jackson, who now gets a shoulder thrust on Hangman Adam Page and has an over-the-top rope X-Factor face buster. Now he flips to the outside. Johnny Hungy with a snap suplex on... No, stalling suplex with Alex Reynolds coming out. Suicide dive into the stalling suplex, taking him out. What's going on, Mason? How you doing, brother? Thank you for being here. Johnny Hungy now with a boot to the back of Matt Jackson's head. Spinning him around. Beautiful. Blue Thunder Bomb out of the ropes. Cover and a kick out. Nope. A save from Kenny Omega. Alex Reynolds with a kick to Kenny. Launching him to the outside. Now Alex Reynolds asking Johnny Hungy if he is okay. So far, All Out's been incredible. You've had Hook beat Angela Parker. You've had Pac defeat Kip Sabian. You've had Eddie Kingston beat the shit out of Ishii, and the Casino Ladder match was definitely won by MJF wearing a mask. Now we're watching the Trios Championship be decided. Matt Jackson with the beautiful double Northern Light suplex taking out Alex Reynolds and Johnny Hungy. Kenny Omega now asking for the tag, and he gets it, by God. Kenny now going flying to the top rope. Flying crossbody taking out Johnny Hungy. Alex Reynolds comes in for the clothesline. Kenny ducks. Snapdragon suplex. Hangman comes in for the clothesline. Kenny ducks. Another half dragon snap suplex. Kenny going for a something on Johnny Hungy, but Johnny counters and gets two tough kick shots to the face of Johnny Hungy. Kenny counters, and now the Snapdragon suplex on Johnny Hungy. We appreciate you following the host, man. I really appreciate it. Alright, now Nick Jackson back in the ring. Clothesline on Johnny Hungy. Matt Jackson with a running forearm on Johnny Hungy. Kenny Omega goes for a running elbow. Johnny Hungy gets out of the way. Hangman now back in the ring. Big clothesline on Kenny Omega in the corner. Alex Reynolds with his own big clothesline. Johnny Hungy now with a big forearm in the corner. Step up into Guri. Alex Reynolds with a forearm. Stone Cold Stunner. German suplex into the bridge roll up. And somehow Kenny Omega, by God, Kenny Omega has kicked out of that combination. That was incredible to watch from the Dark Order. Excellent sequence from the Dark Order. No idea how Kenny Omega just kicked out of the stunner, the German. All this, man. Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing the Dark Order get the win, man, because they've never held any gold yet. So just for that, I would like to see the Dark Order win. Alright, now Hangman. Alex Reynolds has Kenny up, but the Young Bucks interject. They stop it all. Double super kick to Hangman and Alex Reynolds. Kenny Omega now going for the V-trigger. Connecting on Johnny Hungy. Now the Bucks and the Elite. The Elite, Kenny Omega, Bucks, what are they going for now? Kenny Omega is hyping up in the middle of the ring. What is he going for? Kenny Omega now hits the ropes. Hits the ropes again. Over the top rope, beautiful fucking flip, taking out Hangman, Hungy, and Alex Reynolds all at the same damn time. Kenny Omega now, who is he going to pick up? He's picking up Alex Reynolds. He's throwing him back into the ring. Bucks making their way to the apron. Hangman, Johnny Hungy are out cold. Now we get the tag to Matt Jackson, who's coming in the ring slowly but surely, making his way over to Alex Reynolds. What will we see out of Matt Jackson? Kenny calling to his teammate. Pick up powerbomb. No, it turns into a double enziguri kick to the face of Matt Jackson. Hangman now getting rid of Kenny Omega. Alex Reynolds with a code breaker to the back of Matt Jackson. Hangman going to the top rope. Moonsault off the top rope, annihilating Nick Jackson on the outside. Now Hangman sliding back into the ring. 3-on-1 situation here between the Dark Order, Hangman, and Matt Jackson. They have him up. The crucifixion straight in the air. Johnny Hungy hitting the ropes. Beautiful over the body drop. Taking Matt Jackson down. Triple pin attempt. Nick Jackson with a save. Flying flip off the top rope. Saving his brother from the pinfall. What seemed to be a sure thing victory. Now all 6 men are in the ring. Kenny half in the ring. Half his body in the ring. The other half outside. Johnny Hungy setting up in the corner. Nick Jackson in the corner. Alex Reynolds. Matt Jackson now slowly getting to their feet. Nick Jackson with a rising knee on Johnny Hungy. A rising kick. Forearm. Into a bulldog. No, super kick from Alex Reynolds. Super kick from Matt Jackson to Alex Reynolds. Super kick from Johnny Hungy to Matt Jackson. Now the Bucks and the Dark Order. Oh, double clothesline. Nobody goes down yet. Oh, quadruple super kick. All 4 men are down. What's going on? Romeo Garcia, thank you for being here. All 4 men down. Now the Elite, the Young Bucks, the Dark Order all done. Hangman and Kenny now working their way back in the ring. Hangman slow to his feet. Kenny climbing, using the ropes to climb back to his feet. Fans are now chanting AEW. Hangman and Kenny are about to square off in the middle of the ring now. What's going on? You're back. The match is still on. Hangman, Kenny Omega in the middle of the ring. Referee trying to get some control, letting them know you guys aren't even the legal men. Get the hell out of the ring. They don't care. Now, Kenny Omega is dragging Matt Jackson to the corner. Hangman is dragging Alex Reynolds to the corner. And we see the respective tags. Now Hangman and Kenny in the middle of the ring, butting heads, lining up, talking shit. And now both men trading shots in the middle of the ring. Forearm after forearm. This is certainly cowboy shit. Kenny Omega taking control with multiple shots, hitting the rope. Big boot from Hangman Adam Page. Big flying elbow from Kenny Omega. Going for the German suplex. Hangman lands on his feet. Going for the discus forearm. Kenny with the counter. Tiger driver. Oh my God. Tiger. Pile driver now going for the cover. And the kick out from Hangman Adam Page. What an incredible looking pile driver there from Kenny by God Omega. Woo! This is professional wrestling, folks. Beautiful kick out from Hangman Adam Page. Hangman on the floor. Kenny calling for the action to go to the top rope. Making his way. Going to the top rope. Fans chanting, this is awesome. Now Hangman working his way back to his feet. He meets Kenny. Trips him up on the top rope. Hangman now climbing the middle rope. Climbing the top rope. Looks like he's setting up for a Hurricane Rana maybe. Suplex. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hangman with a fall away slam into a cover off the top rope. Holy shit. And Kenny Omega kicked out, folks. Hangman taking the elbow pads off now. Looks to be setting up for the buckshot lariat. And here comes the buckshot lariat to the back of Kenny Omega's head. Kenny's got to be gone. Hangman now on the other side of the apron. Steps up. Looks like he's going for another buckshot lariat. We see Matt Jackson watching on, shaking his head, holding on to Hangman's leg. Now the buckshot lariat attempt Kenny falls and fakes a fucking injury. Nick Jackson now in the ring. V-trigger on Hangman Adam Page after Nick hit the Hangman buckshot lariat. Kenny now tying up Hangman. And Alex Reynolds inside to break up the action. To stop it, he saved the day. Now, Matt checking on Kenny Omega, asking him if he's okay. He's telling him, let's go to the corner, let's set it up, let's do this, let's finish this. Kenny Omega giving a little prayer, letting us all know the end is near. Kenny now setting up, giving us the kiss goodnight, bang bang sign, pointing the gun at Hangman Adam Page and saying bang. And then Kenny Omega is kicked in the face by Johnny Hungy. Johnny Hungy back in the ring going for the German suplex. Kenny reverses, has her own gut wrench hold now. Double super kick broken up by Alex Reynolds, who is now dragging the Bucks out of the ring. Johnny Hungy with a roll up. And Kenny Omega with a kick out. Almost another near fall. Johnny Hungy with a kick to the midsection on Kenny Omega. He's calling for something. Runs in for the discus forearm. Kenny with a V-trigger on Johnny Hungy again. And now it looks like he's setting up Johnny Hungy for the one-winged angel. And he connects. No, Johnny Hungy counters with a roll-up. And oh my God, Kenny Omega kicks out yet again. Johnny Hungy almost stole it again. Johnny Hungy almost stole it again. Johnny Hungy can't believe that he kicked out. He's going to the ref saying that was a 3. Now Kenny Omega going behind Johnny. Goes to grab him by the waist. Johnny with the elbow to the back of Kenny's head. Sets him up for the German suplex. Buckshot lariat. Kenny dodges. And Hangman takes out Johnny Hungy with the buckshot lariat. Kenny Omega rolls him up. And your first ever Trios champions are Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. Your first ever AEW Trios champions have been crowned. Brandon Cutler out there with the hair, the spray, cooling off. Kenny, by God, Omega. And yes, congratulations to the Elite, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. Your first ever AEW Trios champions. Trios World Champions. Let's not get it twisted. And by God, do I need a drink of water after all that action. Woo! The Joker was MJF, 100%, man. That was the first match. The Joker was the first match. Just to give you guys a quick recap, the Bucks just beat the Dark Order. MJF is the winner of the Casino Royal match. In my opinion, there's no fact on that yet. Pac has defeated Pac defeated Kip Sabian. Hook defeated Angelo Parker. And Eddie Kingston defeated Ishii. Of course you can hear me, man. Congratulations to the new champs. Make sure you're smashing that like button. Make sure you're sharing this shit. If you want to watch video of shows I do all the time, make sure you're following Wrestling with Savage on YouTube. YouTube.com/wrestlingwithsavage. You can also catch us on Spotify, on Instagram. Obviously, we're on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Wrestling with Savage is all over the place, and we're taking over the podcast wrestling world, bringing you the greatest live play-by-play commentary on planet Earth. AEW should be paying me because I'm better than everyone they have, and that's just the way it is. Nonetheless, now we're waiting for the next match of the night. We're going to find out in moments what the next match is, so stick around. I'm drinking some water. I got to rest my voice. I sound so good and I smoke too much. Imagine if I didn't smoke, how much better I would sound. My God. But when you're Greek, smoking's part of your heritage almost. I mean, I remember Socrates used to smoke cigarettes before writing his genius novels. But again, congratulations to the Young Bucks. Congratulations to the Elite. I'm going for Punk. Only because I want to see MJF take the title off Punk. So, if it wasn't for that, then I wouldn't even care who was the champion right now. In my opinion, Hangman should have still been champion right now for a little bit, or Kenny Omega. But Moxley has been impressive as of late. When he's not bleeding in 2 minutes. The boys in the back, Kenny Omega talking some shit to the entire AEW locker room, telling them, try to beat that, boys. Try to fucking beat that AEW. Wow. Hangman, Kenny Omega putting on a banger tonight. Well, I can't blame Hangman for going soft, man. I feel like that was the booking. Tony Khan had shit booking and didn't have anything ready for this guy, man. Yeah, Sting is on tonight. So we're seeing the interview from last Friday right now between Jade Cargill and Athena. It seems like that match is going to be next. Jade Cargill versus Athena is next. They're showing us the interview from last time. 69 mega. Well, we got spam on the YouTube show. I gotta go. I need a moderator on YouTube, folks. We got porn spammers. Porn spammers here. You son of a bitch. We're gonna report you. And we're gonna put the user in timeout. You're in timeout now, bitch. Full control here. I got the AEW pay-per-view on. Appreciate that, man. Give us the stream link. I don't have a stream link. I paid for my pay-per-views. Sting is on tonight. He's going to be fighting with Darby Allin and Rusev, or Miro, versus the House of Block. Nah, Mox never beat MJF while champ at a pay-per-view. They never fought for the title. I wish they did, though. That would have been good. Who am I going with? Jade Cargill's going to win this 100%. Come on, guys. Don't ever sleep on the main bitch that runs the show. Jade Cargill, like she called Athena on Rampage. She said, "You're just 37. That's all you are, Athena. You're 37." Athena coming out with some weird shit. Has some wings and Christmas lights on. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Fallen Goddess trying a little too hard. Coming out here looking like a fucking Ghostbuster. I appreciate that, man. Well, I'll bring you all the action, Mason, so you'll never miss a live show. If you can't see the pay-per-view or whatever the reason is, you can always catch every pay-per-view here live with me. Savage will always bring you the live play-by-play commentary, minute-to-minute action, man. Yes, that is Ember Moon. Athena is Ember Moon. Former NXT superstar, I believe former NXT Women's Champion, if I am correctly. Pretty sure. And now Jade Cargill coming out. You're a TBS champion who competes on TNT more than she does on TBS. But let's not forget that Jade Cargill is that bitch. They have like some fake cinder blocks set up. And she's fighting her way through the cinder blocks. She almost trips and falls. That could have been a bad moment for her. Jade Cargill now coming out with dark hair. She has lost the white hair. I'm sure he was that. Jade Cargill looking incredible coming out with this hair color. She got rid of her white hair. Now she has dark hair. Almost mimicking Ember Moon and her hair. And here we go, folks. Jade Cargill coming to the ring with Kiera Hogan. Red Velvet. Making her way to the ring. I know, right? That's a good call out. They have her covered in green like she's the She-Hulk. Maybe that's why she's doing the dark hair. She has half green skin on her face. Doing some She-Hulk shit. I like it. This match should be relatively fast. I can't see this. I don't think Adam Cole is on tonight at all. No, I thought he was going to be the sleeper in that casino match. He wasn't. Ember Moon starting off the match fast. 3 drop kicks immediately on Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill going for a right hand. Amber Moon dodges. Now an Amber Moon with a Meteora taking out Jade Cargill. Going to the top rope. Looks like she's going for her stunner right away. Jade Cargill meets her there. Gives her a nice right forearm to the face. Amber Moon. Fucking TikTok, man. TikTok, fuck you. Fucking lowlifes. Alright, folks. We're still here. We're live. TikTok just suspended me for bullying and harassment, which makes absolutely no sense. Jade Cargill now with a beautiful pop-up, fall-away slam. Actually, no, into the Samoan drop. Ember Moon now with her own kick-up. Spear from Jade Cargill, taking out Ember Moon. Ember Moon with a kick-out. Jade Cargill with a spear. Kick-out from Ember Moon. Ember Moon now getting up slowly. Jade Cargill with a crossover. Running back elbow to the face of Ember. Talking some shit. Now Ember Moon with a big right hand. Jade talking some more shit. Now a European uppercut in the corner. And just absolutely tosses Athena across the ring. Jade Cargill saying number 37. Athena going for a bridge pin. Now they bridge rise. Jade Cargill dumps Athena over her shoulders. Ember Moon springboard crossbody off the second rope, taking out Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill now. Oh, Athena going for that stunner off the top rope. Jade with the counter. They fucked up bad. Big time botch. Kick to the face from Athena. Athena was trying to save this match. They're not ready. Jade Cargill is still not ready for these kind of matches. Stunner from Athena to Jade Cargill. Now Jade going for the cover. Kick out from Jade Cargill. Big time botch there from these ladies early on. Athena can't even believe that she's in this kind of situation right now. Fans now chanting Athena. Athena now going back to the top rope. Is she going to be going for another stunner? Let's see. Jade Cargill slow to get up. Kiera Hogan comes and pulls on the feet of Athena. Athena now with a kick to the chest of Kiera. Jade Cargill going for the scissor kick, and Athena dodges, slips on the ring apron, comes in, rolls up Jade Cargill. Jade with a quick kick out. Athena hits the ropes. Another springboard. This time the bicycle kick from Jade Cargill connects, wiping out Athena. Jade Cargill with her finisher now, rolling Athena up. And this shit is over. And Jade Cargill is your winner, defeating Athena. And still TBS champion, Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill won the match. It was a botch fest, though, let's be honest. This was a botch fest, folks. Big time. Jade Cargill now 37-0. Her streak continues in AEW. Her dominance continues. And Athena falls victim. Here comes CM Punk. He's walking his dog earlier in the day. They're asking CM Punk if he's 100% for tonight's fight. CM Punk letting us know that he's never been 100%, and he probably never will be 100%, but that's just the way that goes. That's just the way that goes. And now Jay Lethal coming to the ring with the Motor City Machine Guns. It's time for some FTR. It's time for some 7-star wrestling. FTR and Wardlow will be taking on Jay Lethal and the Motor City Machine Guns. This should be an interesting match. They are accompanied by Sanjay Dutt and Santam Singh, the 1 in a billion Santam Singh. JT Dutt has a t-shirt that says, "Fight like an 8-year-old brat." Making fun of FTR's daughters. Yeah, Cora, that TBS match was fucking trash, but what are you going to do? Yes, Philip, we have some results. You had Hook defeat Angelo Parker. Pac beat Kip Sabian. Eddie Kingston destroyed Ishii in a great match to kick off the show. Then we had the Casino Royal whatever the fuck match with MJF being your winner. And, of course, MJF. We all know that was MJF. They won't tell us it was MJF. We might see him later tonight after the main event, but we're going to have to wait and see. So, yes, MJF, I think, pretty sure is the winner of your Casino Ladder match. Then we got to see the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega take on the Dark Order and Hangman Adam Page. And, yes, the Elite are back, and they are your first Trios World Champions. Jade Cargill just came out and had a match against Athena in what was a botch fest where I felt bad for Athena. Jade Cargill is clearly not ready for the big show yet. But nonetheless, she picked up the win, is now 37-0. FTR and Wardlow making their way out to the ring. Now here come the living legends, 7-star FTR, making their way to the ring. And what's going to be a probably a squash match. And that'll probably be a little bit of a good match. But I see FTR and Wardlow winning this within 10 to 15 minutes. I do not see this. And FTR's little girl is there. She has her t-shirt on that says, "Fight like an 8-year-old girl." No way in hell FTR is losing this match. There's another little girl in the audience says it's my 8th birthday and I fight like an 8-year-old girl too. Yes, Cora, we know that was MJF. But the question is, are we going to see MJF come out later tonight? Are we going to see MJF come out later tonight? Yeah, you could see him even getting into the ring. The way he did his spin, the body movement gave it away. 100%, we know that was MJF, man. So that means they paid him. The question is, what is the name of the new faction that MJF is in? And is Stokely really the leader of this faction? Did Stokely sign MJF? I don't know. Yeah, the spots in that match were trash. The Athena match was very bad. Did you see your boy Solo Sikoa last night at Clash at the Castle? That's the big news of the weekend. Solo Sikoa. And I can't believe Pretty Deadly are now your unified NXT champions, man. That's pretty fucking wild, man. Braun Breaker retained earlier today. Of course, Roman Reigns retained last night against Drew McIntyre with the help of Solo Sikoa. Seth Rollins went on to beat Riddle in an epic match. Sheamus and Gunther had an epic match. Gunther was your winner in what was one of the best Intercontinental Championship matches we've seen in recent memory. Now, both teams are getting ready to start off things. FTR, Wardlow, they're in the ring. They're waiting. Who's going to kick this off? Is it going to be Jay Lethal? Is it going to be one of the Motor City Machine Guns? We don't know yet. Looks like Wardlow's kicking off this match. It's going to be a great faction, yes. Alright, looks like Jay Lethal and Wardlow will be kicking off this match. Wardlow looks like he's already bored. Already looks like he's disappointed in his career. Do better, AEW. Wardlow deserves better than this. Fans now chanting Wardlow. Absolutely, I agree with that statement. Solo Sikoa is on his way. Wardlow asking Jay Lethal to bring it. He doesn't even want to move, just standing in the middle of the ring. Jay Lethal now walking around Wardlow as Wardlow watches on. FTR now peeking in the ring. Obviously, they want to get their hands on Jay Lethal, who's been talking shit about Dax's kid. Fans chanting something sucks. Jay Lethal now pointing at Wardlow. Spits on Wardlow. Wardlow smiles it off. Now, right hand to Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal with a dodge with the arm bar. Wardlow breaks it off. Jay Lethal going for the side headlock. Wardlow going for a backdrop. Jay Lethal counters. Grabs onto the leg of Wardlow. Wardlow tries to pick him up, but Jay Lethal trips him up. Going for the figure four. Wardlow kicks him off, but he grabs the other leg. Jay Lethal grabs the legs, rolls through. Wardlow rolls through, picks up Jay Lethal, going for a power bomb early. Motor Machine Guns come in, break it all up. Little good sequence. Now here comes this 69er guy again. Let's put this motherfucker in a timeout. You piece of shit. Trying to spam my channel, you cocksucker. Jay Lethal in the corner now talking it over with the Motor City Machine Guns. And here they come, Motor City Machine Guns. Chris Sabin now in the ring. And it looks like we're going to get a tag to Dax. Hardwood coming to the ring. So, Sabin and Hardwood now in the ring. Lock up. Hardwood pushes him off. They lock up again. They shove off again. Another lock up. Dax now with a wrist lock, arm bar. Holding on tight. Kip with a roll through. Chris Sabin. Chris Sabin with a roll through. Nice arm drag to Dax. Taunting already. Bad advice. They shouldn't be doing that. It's already 9 o'clock, so we got 2 hours left before we get to see MJF. Maybe get involved in that CM Punk match. Sabin now going for the handshake on Dax. Shoves him in the face. Dax shoves him in the chest. Now Sabin comes over and slaps the gum out of Dax Hardwood's mouth. Now FTR, Motor City Machine Guns all in the ring. Ref trying to maintain order in these 3-on-3 matches is never fun to watch. Fans chanting FTR. Clearly the fan favorites in this match. Looks like Dax and Sabin are about to go back at it right now. They lock up. Sabin pushes Dax into the ropes. Dax with a nice shoulder block hits the ropes. Leapfrog over Sabin. Now a punch to the face. 3 more. Now a right hand. Knocks down Sabin. Sabin now with Dax. Dax with a clothesline. Annihilating Sabin. Sabin slow to his feet. Getting back up. Pointing at JT Dutt. Goes outside. Dax Hardwood now chasing him. Sanjay Dutt, my bad. Now the distraction worked because Sabin is now taking control. No, Dax counters. Cutter from Sabin to Dax. Beautiful fucking match so far. Alex Shelley now the legal man. We get the double atomic yank from Sabin and Shelley. Now Alex puts Dax into the corner, working on his chest, rubbing that fucking elbow in the front face of Dax Hardwood. Dax with a big chop on Shelley. Big time backdrop suplex on Shelley from Dax. Now Dax grabbing Shelley by the hair, bringing him over to his corner. We get the tag to Cash Wheeler. Cash Wheeler now in the ring. Big time right hand shot. Dax picking up Wheeler and dropping that leg drop all over Shelley. Sabin in to save the match. Cash Wheeler now picking up Shelley. Shelley with the chin buster on Cash Wheeler. Cash Wheeler with a roll, the slide, chop, European uppercut. Shelley now to the floor. Cash Wheeler now picking him up and tagging in Wardlow. Wardlow now coming back in. Big right hand to the back of Alex Shelley. This is a Rampage match. I agree with that. Big chop from Shelley now to Wardlow. Wardlow grabbing him in the choke slam position. Off the top rope, Sabin comes in. And Wardlow with a double choke slam. No, countered by the Motor City Machine Guns with a double arm bar. Double elbow to the back of the head. Now they're going for the double suplex. Wardlow says no. Hits his own double suplex, taking out the Motor City Machine Guns. Is this when the straps come down? Let's see. No, we get a tag to Dax. Dax now in. Goes to the feet of Alex Shelley. What are we going to see? Looks like he's setting up for the sharpshooter. Has Alex in the sharpshooter in the middle of the ring. Sanjay Dutt on the apron. Jay Lethal comes in, goes for the lethal injection, and Dax Hardwood gets him. Goes for a pile driver. No enziguri from Sabin. Now a roll up from Shelley. Cash Wheeler tried to save, but Dax didn't need it. He ended up kicking out anyway. Now Shelley going and working on the left arm of Dax Hardwood yet again. Stepping on his fingers. Satam Singh now cheering on Alex. Alex looking at the Cash Wheeler, basically mocking him while he stomps on the fingers of Dax Hardwood. Taking him over to his own corner. We get the tag now to Sabin. Double team from Motor City Machine Gun, sending Dax into the ropes. Atomic Manhattan drop into the knee breaker, into the reverse choke, into the drop kick into the face. Sabin now with the cover. We get the kickoff from Dax. Wheeler was coming in for the save. Jay Lethal giving Alex Shelley his pound. Now we get a tag to Jay Lethal. Now Jay Lethal continuing to work on Dax Hardwood. Stomps to the midsection, has him in the corner. Brings him out to the middle of the ring. Big right hand. Big chop from Dax coming back to life. Now a chop from Jay Lethal. Now another chop from Dax Hardwood. Whoa, Jay Lethal with even a harder chop. And now Dax with another chop. Jay Lethal goes for the legs. And Dax rolls through. Two more chops. Jay Lethal now takes and grabs Dax and rams him into the corner as we see the triple team choke from Alex Shelley and Sabin rubbing elbows on the back of Dax Hardwood's head. Now the tag to Sabin, who's back in, working on Dax Hardwood some more, sending him back to the corner. Sabin now using that left foot to choke. Shelley using the left foot to choke. We get the double choke on Dax Hardwood in the corner. And, of course, Wardlow and Cash Wheeler can do nothing except watch on. Now Shelley back in the ring. He slaps his ass, mocking Cash and Wardlow. Back in the corner, we see the Motor City Machine Guns with Irish whip to Dax to the corner. Sending Shelley in. Dax dodges. Dax dodges, keeps Chris Sabin's attack. Sabin with a kick to the face on Alex. Dax going for the tag to Wheeler. He has to kick off Sabin, inadvertently taking out Alex Shelley. Now Wheeler back in the ring with the big right hands, taking out the Motor City Machine Guns. He dodges a shot from Shelley. Big European uppercut, Irish whip to Shelley. Shelley with a reversal. Cash Wheeler comes in, big knee to the face, sending Shelley into the corner. Now a big running back elbow, huge chop. And we're going to see a bulldog. No, he drags him out and he gives him a big lariat, absolutely dropping. I agree, man. He's a fanboy. Tony Khan is a fanboy. He is a fanboy. Now we have Alex Shelley with a big spinning forearm. Cash Wheeler shoving Alex into the corner. Has him on the back. On his back, beautiful pancake. I don't even know what to call that. Like a pancake slam off the back. Jay Lethal and Sabin in with the save. Wardlow comes in, double clothesline on Sabin and Jay Lethal. Cash Wheeler clothesline Sabin and Jay Lethal over the top rope. Sabin just fucked that up. Wheeler saved it. He had to basically catch him and dump him over the top rope because he couldn't even hop over the top rope. Alex Shelley now gets drop kicked in the knee by Cash Wheeler. Wheeler is hobbling, and Shelley is going to work on this. He has him by the foot, drops him. He's pointing at someone. Is he pointing at Jay Lethal, who grabs Cash Wheeler's leg, drags it around the ring post, and slams it on the ring post? Typical hero spot. Let's go, Wardlow. Let's go, Dax. Get in here and save your boys. Referee trying to get control of this. There's like 5 guys at ringside. Way too many shenanigans in what should be a clean match. Wardlow now has to pull Dax back in the corner. Cash Wheeler now continuing to get abused in the corner by Jay Lethal. Alex Shelley now going back to the corner, grabbing the right leg of Cash Wheeler, placing it over the rope. Chris Sabin with the dragon screw onto the leg. They're really working on this right leg, left knee. Now Alex Shelley sets up the leg of Cash Wheeler on the bottom rope, gives him the nice stomp. Look good. Jay Lethal now has that left leg, and he is going for the figure 4. Everybody yelling, woo! And the figure 4 is applied and locked in. I don't see Cash Wheeler tapping out, folks. I just don't see it. Cash Wheeler, Jay Lethal has that figure 4 locked in. Very tight, very hard. What are we going to see here, folks? What are we going to see here, folks? Jay Lethal dragging Cash back to the corner. Tag to Shelley. Shelley now back in. Stomping on that left kneecap. Wrenching on that bottom left leg, bottom left foot. Adding a lot of pressure to an already damaged ligament right now. Cash Wheeler trying to fight back, kicking Shelley in the face. Big right elbow. Shelley not letting go of the tights, doing his best to hold on. Cash Wheeler holding on for dear life now. Gut wrench. Now Shelley with a low blow, look like. Wheeler with a huge European uppercut, knocking down Shelley. Shelley now going back. Tag to Sabin. Wheeler stands up. And we have from a fall-away slam position, backbreaker over the back on Sabin, taking him out. Wheeler now holding onto his knee, and Dax is asking for that tag. Wheeler making his way to his corner. Tag to Wardlow. Wardlow now in. Big right hand taking out Jay Lethal, taking out Shelley, taking out Sabin. Spine buster to Jay Lethal. Spine buster to Alex Shelley. Spine buster to Sabin. Wardlow is hyped. The tights must be surely coming down now. Now he's grabbing Jay Lethal. Fireman's carry position. Spinning F5, F10, whatever you want to call it. Holy shit, Jay Lethal taking the F10. Very nice. Covering a kick out. Jay Lethal kicking out. Wardlow now picking Jay Lethal up, bringing him to his corner. We look like we're going to get a tag to FTR, but instead Motor City Machine Guns come, pull them off the apron. We get the double super kick. Wardlow now grabbing Sabin and Shelley by the hair, and Sin gets involved. Big right hand taking out Wardlow. Jay Lethal now pinning Wardlow, but no, Wardlow kicks out. Jay Lethal now setting up Wardlow. Big knee to the face. Motor City Machine Guns back in the ring. Double kick to Wardlow's head. Sabin hitting the ropes. Flying missile diving attack taking out FTR on the outside. Now Wardlow all by himself. Jay Lethal, Shelley setting him up for something in the corner. They got him in the Tree of Woe position now. Jay Lethal now hitting the ropes fast. Sliding drop kick. Shelley with a sliding drop kick. And Chris Sabin now with a big time flying drop kick. Jay Lethal now on the top rope. And they're dragging Wardlow in position. Jay Lethal looks like he's going for the cream of the crop elbow drop. pointing to the sky. Big time elbow drop on Wardlow. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. And we get a kick out from Wardlow, who saves the match yet again for FTR, who has been taken out by Motor City Machine Guns on the outside. Now it's a 3-on-1 situation. Shelley, Sabin, Jay Lethal start kicking the shit out of Wardlow. FTR now back in the ring. Dax is back in the ring. Right hand on Shelley. Right hand on Sabin. Sabin goes to the outside. Springboard off the rope into a sit-down powerbomb. Wheeler now back in the ring. Oh. Big rig finisher from FTR to Shelley. Lethal injection. Double lethal injection by Jay Lethal, taking out FTR. Now Wardlow back in the ring with a headbutt to Jay Lethal. And a big time fucking clothesline, turning Jay Lethal inside out. Wardlow now it's time for the Powerbomb Symphony. Yeah, that Powerbomb spot was fucked up, the springboard, but Dax did his best to save it. Now Wardlow has Jay Lethal in the Powerbomb position. The straps are finally down, and here it comes. Powerbomb 1. Singh and Dutt watching on from ringside. Not much they can do now. Wardlow going back to Jay Lethal. Puts up the symphony signs. The fans are asking for it in Chicago, of course, because they've never seen a powerbomb before. Why not see 4 more? Here comes powerbomb number 2. And boom. Wardlow should go teach Gunther how to hit a powerbomb. Gunther does everything well except the powerbomb. Now Wardlow, he's asking the fans if they want one more. I agree, Jay, but what are we going to do? It's part of the show. Now Wardlow with the 3rd powerbomb attempt on Jay Lethal has him up and down. Rolls him through. Powerbomb, and it's a 4th powerbomb. Oh, and we get the pin and the cover. And the 1, 2, 3. And of course, we knew who was going to win this match. Wardlow picking up the win for FTR. Hopefully FTR gets back in the tag team action sooner than later. I'd like to see them win the titles. Or at least competing for the titles. Not this shit show. The Rampage match is over, baby. 3-on-3 shit show. It's over, yes. They suspended me on TikTok again, Jay. I had like a lot of people watching me. They suspended me for harassment and bullying because I'm doing play-by-play on a match, man. What a fucking joke TikTok is. Motor City Machine Guns now climbing back on the ring. Singh getting in the ring. And who's coming out? Somebody's coming out. Is this Samoa Joe? Samoa Joe now making his way down to the ring. Samoa Joe is back. Your Ring of Honor TV champion. Fans chanting Joe, Joe. He might get injured on the way to the ring, Jay. Watch out. Joe going after Singh, using that TV title to hit him in the back. Joe grabbing Dutt, throwing him into the ring. Sanjay Dutt holding the pencil. Now his little girl is coming down. Dax's little girl is coming down. Looks like she's going to get in the ring. And she is in the ring. And she has the pencil and she breaks Sanjay's pencil. Sanjay losing his mind. Big right hand from Dax. And the little girl covering Sanjay now. And picks up the 1, 2, 3. And that's how you fight like an 8-year-old girl, they tell us. Good job for Dax. I'm sure he's happy. Samoa Joe making all this possible for Dax's little girl, because Dax couldn't get it done. He needed the help of Samoa Joe. I would have liked to see Dutt take a few power bombs. That would have been nice, but no. Instead, we just get one right hand to the face. Samoa Joe just got split open somehow during this. How did Samoa Joe get split up? And he wasn't even wrestling. No gold on the line for this match, but nonetheless, a lot of gold is being raised. And yes, we are about to get the answer to the question that we've all been wanting to know. Ricky Starks versus Powerhouse Hobbs, and it's coming up next on Wrestling with Savage. Starks versus Hobbs coming up next. Jay, you know you want the answer to the question. You have to know who is going to win this match. We need to know. How did he get busted open? He wasn't even in the match. Come on now. Guy's out there 10 seconds getting busted up faster than John Moxley. That's a record. Oh, Hobbs said he knew all along that Ricky Starks is a loser. I gotta ban this guy again. This spammer is back yet again. Hobbs now coming down to the ring. Has new ring gear on, black and white with silver. Gold lining. Eye break backs. He's slamming the steel stairs, making his way into the ring. Climbing the top rope now. Little taunt coming up. Curious to see how Chicago's going to treat this match. Ricky Starks should be the clear babyface in this one. We'll see how long that lasts. Here comes Ricky Starks, baby. Yo, Rollins Riddle was a great match. Shut your ass up, hater. Ricky Starks, phenomenal entrance. He's coming out with nice new ring gear. Got red and black tights on. A vest, red and black vest. Has the Terminator glasses on. Let's see what's going to happen tonight. It's different. He looks like a part of the motorcycle gang, man. Ricky Starks making his way to the ring. Wearing gloves. Looking like AJ Styles now. Dodges Hobbs' first attack. Big forearm to the back of Hobbs. Hobbs pushes Ricky. Ricky hitting the ropes. Big running forearm to Hobbs. Sending him reeling. Now has him in the corner. Multiple shots to the face. Hobbs tries to defend himself. And now Hobbs with a big gorilla press. Making Ricky Starks calm down a little bit. Asking the fans if they want to see this. Powerhouse Hobbs now picking up Ricky Starks, making him eat the second rope a little bit, shoving his face into that second rope. Hobbs obviously starting this match off in a slow, methodical pace, sets up Ricky in the corner, proceeds to start stomping him. We see about 6-7 stomps before the referee is asking for it to stop now. Ricky Starks working his way back up to his feet. Right hand on Hobbs. A second one. Hobbs with the thigh to the midsection. Sets him up for a suplex and connects. Hobbs with a beautiful suplex on Ricky. Hitting his pose. Hitting Ricky Starks' pose in the middle of the ring. Taunting him a little bit. Little no mercy for your ass. Okay, Hobbs goes to pick up Ricky. Ricky uses Hobbs' head as a chin breaker. And now Hobbs sending Ricky Starks into the ring post. Flying off the ring post to the outside. Hobbs now looking on at the damage he has done. Decides to slide out of the ring. Goes to the outside. Has Ricky Starks by the neck, picking him up. Sends him flying hard off the steel barricade. Fans cheering this shit on, watching. Hobbs now picking up Ricky Starks, going to send him back into the ring, breaking the referee's count. Hobbs rolling into the ring. The Riddle-Rollins match was actually really good. Dave liked it too. It was a 4-star match. Doesn't matter if you don't like it. It was a 4-star match nonetheless. It was a good match. Good finish. And I was very happy to see Rollins pick up the win and continue his momentum on his way to the top. Now, Ricky Starks getting pounded in the corner. Hobbs has him laid out across the turnbuckle, picking him up on his shoulders. He's going to take a little walk. Looks like Hobbs is going to go for a power slam. He's walking around the ring like he got nothing on his shoulders. Goes for something. Ricky Starks with a counter, and then Hobbs with a big boot to the face. Goes for the cover. Kick out at 2. Taz letting us know that Hobbs is built like an NFL lineman. Hobbs now with a neck wrench on Ricky Starks. We've probably seen more moves from Hobbs tonight than we have all year long. Hobbs working the crowd, talking some shit, trying to do his best to see if he can be the heel for this match. Starks overselling that move. But of course, Hobbs is doing what Ricky Starks hates, and that's targeting the neck. So Hobbs very slow, very methodical in this match, targeting the neck of Ricky Starks, which is a soft spot for Ricky Starks. Soft to talk about, soft to take shots to. Now Hobbs has Ricky back up in a minor kind of like choke. Ricky breaks out, dodges the running attack, misses a right hand, continues dropping right hands on top of Hobbs. Irish whip from Hobbs. Nope, reversed. Hobbs goes for the splash. Ricky dodges. Now Ricky with a flying back elbow. Sets him up for the tornado DDT. Looked good, not bad. Tornado DDT from Starks to Hobbs. Hobbs with the kick out, even though his foot did touch the ropes. So let's be real. If we're being real, then that was already kick out as soon as he touched the ropes. Hobbs looking frustrated, going back to the well, pumping the chest up, letting the crowd know he's here. Going for some kind of double underhook move. Hobbs counters, back body drop. Starks almost lands on his legs, dodges a clothesline, dodges another clothesline by Hobbs. Hobbs with the big time spine buster cover. And this shit is over. This shit is over. Holy shit. Hobbs with the big time spine buster and just finishes Ricky like that? That was it? Yo, Jay, what the fuck was that? That's crazy. Stunning. Wow. Wow. That was shocking. You think Ricky's hurt, maybe? I thought that match was going to be way longer, bro. What the fuck was that? Yo, Ricky might be hurt if they ended the match like that. But nonetheless, Hobbs picking up the impressive win. We're in the back right now. There's an interview between... They're showing an interview from last Friday between Swerve in Our Glory and The Acclaimed. We're gonna beat your Timon and Pumbaa. That was a shocking finish. That was a shocking finish, though, Jay. This line from Swerve was okay. Might have pulled the muscle. I don't fucking know. They didn't do shit at all. You're right. I just thought the match would be a little more, like, you know, two-sided. Like, that looked like it was just Hobbs kicking his ass. But now the match is coming up. The Acclaim versus Swerve in Our Glory is coming up right now. And I gotta say, I'm hyped. We still have to see Bryan Danielson versus Chris Jericho. We still have to see House of Black versus Darby Allin, Sting, and Miro. We still have to see Cage versus Jungle Boy. But now it's time for Swerve in Our Glory versus the Acclaim for the AEW Tag Team Championship of the World. And let's see. Let's see what's going to happen. Swerve in Our Glory. Amen. Yeah, I'll give you that. Short and to the point. Hobbs goes over. Big winner. Who do you got in this match? Let me know in the comments. Make sure you're following us on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, Facebook, Wrestling with Savage. You can also check out the website, wrestlingwithsavage.com. You can see our latest episodes. Monday nights we do Raw. Tuesday nights we go live for NXT. Wednesday nights we do Dynamite. And, of course, on Fridays we will give you SmackDown and Rampage. And like yesterday, if you were watching, we bring you live play-by-play commentary for all the pay-per-views, from Clashes to the Castles to All Out in Chicago, Illinois. Let's see what's going to happen with this tag match. It is 9:35 p.m. We have at least, I would think, 4 or 5 matches left. We still have the Acclaimed, Jungle Boy versus Christian Cage, House of Black, Bryan Danielson, Fatal 4-Way Women's match, and Mox versus Punkley. So, I mean, there is still 6 matches left with only an hour and a half to go. A lot of these matches should be fairly quick. Yo! Listen! Yo! Listen! Yo! You're so boring, I'm taking Ambien. Are you going to put me in a match against Lizzo? You can call me Daddy because I'm telling you to move out. Those belts need an update. You can leave them on the fucking floor like the documents in Trump's place. Shut down! The Acclaimed have arrived. Scissor me, Daddy! Daddy ass, man. Scissor me, Daddy. Scissor me, Daddy. Yo, yo, yo. Listen! Yo! Listen! Hell of a match. Hell of a match. And the bell has rung, and it looks like Anthony Bowens and Swerve Strickland are going to start things off. This is the Acclaim's first title match in AEW. Most wins in AEW, the Acclaimed. Fans actually chanting, "Bask in the glory." Chicago fans have always been stupid. And that's the issue here. Fans in Chicago are fucking stupid. Anthony Bowens with a gut wrench takedown, keeping Swerve grounded in the middle of the ring. And now the fans chanting, "Oh, scissor me, Daddy. Oh, scissor me, Daddy." I like it. Chicago actually being smart for once. Max Caster into it. He's liking it. Now, Swerve Strickland going for some kind of arm bar. Anthony Bowens holding on tight, not letting this arm bar happen. Swerve back to his feet, going for a Boston Crab perhaps, half crab. Bowens going to roll through, stand up. Grabs the arm of Swerve, wrenches it, Irish Rip into the ropes. Swerve dodges the clothesline, Anthony Bowens with a leapfrog. And Swerve hops over yet again, now going for that half crab yet again. Anthony Bowens with a roll up. Pin attempt, rolls through, kick out by Swerve. Now Anthony Bowens with another roll up, beautiful attempt right there. Technical match going on. Swerve Strickland with a trip up now, going back to that half crab. Bowens pushes him off. And now Swerve with a handstand into a Hurricane Rana. And now another roll through by Swerve. Has another leg. Drags him back to the corner. Tag to Keith Lee. Anthony Bowens backs into his corner. And it looks like we're gonna get a tag to Max Platinum Caster, who's now in the ring. He's about to go one-on-one with Keith Lee. Swerve in our glory will be tested tonight. Keith Lee, Max Caster lining up, getting ready to lock horns. Now the lockup. Max Caster with a dodge. Goes around with a side headlock. Keith Lee taking that side headlock well. Keith Lee now with a bear hug attempt. Nope. He pushes off. Sends Caster into the ropes. Shoulder block. Caster doesn't go down. Now Max Caster with his own shoulder block. Barely budges Keith Lee. Keith Lee now walking up to Max Caster. Max Caster hits the rope again. And Keith Lee goes for hip toss, but Max Caster is able to counter and avoid and dance a little bit. Now Keith Lee's even applauding Max Caster. Going for the shoulder block. Keith Lee with a drop down, trips Keith Lee. Max Caster off the ropes. Keith Lee with a leapfrog. Max Caster with a hop over. Holds onto those ropes and tells Keith Lee to please calm down. Hold on. Hold on. Not ready for all that yet. We're not ready for all that yet. Keith Lee, woo, woo. Keith Lee, woo, woo. The chant's going on. Fucking fans apparently still love Keith Lee. Max Caster goes for the right hand. Keith Lee blocks. Max Caster and Keith Lee just fucked that spot up, whatever that was supposed to be. Right hands to Keith Lee. Nice drop kick from Max Caster. Sending Keith Lee into the corner. Now Keith Lee grabbing Max Caster, launching him into the corner. Max Caster gets the boot up into the face of Keith Lee. Drop kick. No, Hurricane Rana sending Keith Lee flying across the ring. Caster showing us some impressive strength. Keith Lee now sitting up slowly by the ropes. Looks like he's a little upset. Some cameraman just fucked up and pretty much gave us a shot of nothing. Someone's getting fired. Keith Lee slowly working his way over to Max Caster. Max Caster dodges the grab. Keith Lee now sends Max off the ropes. Max Caster going for the sunset flip. Keith Lee grabbing him by the head, lifting him up. Goes for the bear claw chop. Another drop kick by Max Caster. Swerve now back in. He gets drop kicked by Bowens. Double drop kick from Bowens and Max Caster onto Keith Lee. The scissor sign is up. Everybody is asking for the scissor. Billy Gunn now in the ring. He's telling them to scissor. They scissor. Crowd pops. Bowens, Max Caster, maybe some early celebrating in the ring. Swerve and Keith Lee taking a moment to regroup on the outside before they get back in. Bowens back outside and Max Caster's waiting in the ring for someone to come in. Now the crowd is chanting, "Oh, scissor me, daddy." Crowd really into this match. Max Caster, Keith Lee now going to lock up. Test of strength. What's going on? Max Caster extending the right hand. Keith Lee's not going to shake it. Instead, he's going to start throwing right, left hands, beating down on Max Caster. Crowd's going to boo it. Now, big knee to the midsection from Keith Lee. Hits the ropes. Cross body to the back of Max Caster. Smiling at daddy ass. Now, Keith Lee going for the cover. Max Caster with a quick kick out. Coming back to his feet. And it looks like we're going to get a tag to Swerve Strickland. Now the fans chanting to Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland that they can't scissor. Snapmare by Swerve Strickland. Climbs the second rope. Back elbow connected to the back shoulder of Max Caster. Anthony Bowens is going to come in. The ref's going to stop him. Now Keith Lee watching on as Swerve Strickland goes for the cover on Max Caster. Quick kick out by Max Caster. Swerve Strickland has Caster by the hair. We're going to get another tag from Keith Lee. Now Swerve holding the arms. Double team coming up on Max Caster. Keith Lee inside. Grabbing the face of Max Caster. Big time double knife hand chop. Didn't sound as loud as it should have sounded. Keith Lee, a big softy in my opinion. Modern day sexual chocolate in the ring right now. I'm sure that's what Vince McMahon would call him if he was watching this. But maybe Vince is watching it because I heard Vince McMahon's a big fan of Platinum Max Caster. And Vince McMahon knows how to scissor. Now, Keith Lee with a backdrop pickup onto Max Caster, setting him on the top rope. Max Caster has his padded knee pads on, letting us know best wrestler alive. Keith Lee now climbing the top rope. Max Caster with elbows to the face of Keith Lee, fighting. Now climbing over the rope, turning around, and going for a cutter off the second rope onto Lee, connecting it. Billy Gunn looking on, impressed. Now Max Caster working his way back to the corner, trying to get the tag on Anthony Bowens. And we get the tag to Bowens. Strickland back in. Now, big clothesline from Bowens. Another big clothesline from Bowens to Strickland. Grabs the leg of Strickland. Arm wrench. Goes for a cutter. Okay, Anthony Bowens hyped up. Another cutter. Okay, leapfrog from Swerve. Dodges a clothesline. Bowens hits the ropes. Big time elbow strike to Keith Lee and to Swerve Strickland. Now we see a beautiful brainbuster or impaler. Look more like an impaler DDT from Bowens. Cover on Strickland. And Strickland with a kick out. Bowens looks shocked. Daddy Ass looks shocked. Swerve Strickland now back in the corner. Dodges the attack from Bowens. Bowens gets the boot up to the face on Swerve Strickland. Second rope. And Bowens slips and trips and falls off the rope. Big time botch. Swerve Strickland going for the attack. Kick in the midsection by Bowens. Bowens holding on to that left knee. Now a right knee to the face on Famouser. Famouser from Bowens to Swerve Strickland. Bowens is holding on to that left knee. Could he be hurt? The ref is asking Bowens if they want him to get the doctor. Bowens is not going to ask for the doctor. He's going to get back to his feet slowly, trying to shake off the damage on that right knee. Swerve back to his feet. Bowens goes for the drop kick, and Swerve Strickland just sends him flying over the top rope, landing on that knee hard again. Now Max Caster out there asking if he's good. Daddy Ass holding on to Bowens. Swerve Strickland with a sliding drop kick back on that knee. Swerve and Daddy Ass now meeting up face to face outside. Swerve just telling Billy Gunn to suck it. Now he's going after that knee pad. Going after that injured leg of Anthony Bowens, who has tape all over it. He's picking Bowens back up. Rolls him into the ring. Now Swerve with the pin. Quick kick out by Bowens. Strickland now going back to that knee. Stepping on the foot. Big time knee stomp. Shin stomp. Using that shin to add weight down on the knee. Now let's bring in Keith Lee, who can really cause damage to this knee. Swerve picking him up. Keith Lee has that knee. Oh my God, it was like a backbreaker. Instead it was a knee breaker. My God. Fans are booing, and Swerve and Our Glory are picking up some serious heat tonight. Max Caster can do nothing but look on. Wow, Swerve outside watching Keith Lee just continue to work on the knee of Bowens. Frog splash on the knee. Cover and another kick out. Bowens trying to make it back to the corner so he can get the tag on Max Caster. Max Caster slapping the turnbuckle, begging for the tag. Now Bowens still holding on to that left knee. Keith Lee telling him to get up. Keith Lee with a big running gorilla slam. I'm sorry, gorilla press attack in the corner. Like a stinger splash, but I call it like a gorilla splash. That shit is big. Big knife hand double chop from Keith Lee to Bowens. Max Caster looking on very concerned. Sending Bowens flying over from one corner to the other. Keith Lee now looking at daddy ass. Bowens back to his feet. Trying to hype himself up. Slapping that knee that he's not out of it yet. Now right hands to Keith Lee. Keith Lee shoves Bowens in the corner. Bowens with a kick to the face on Lee. Goes to the second rope. Kicks Keith Lee again. Oh my God. Blockbuster from the second rope. Blockbuster neckbreaker from Anthony Bowens to Keith Lee. Now Bowens working his way back to the corner. Will he make the tag on Max Caster? And we get the tag to Platinum Max. Over the top rope. He's in. Launches Swerve Strickland. Big clothesline on Keith Lee. Big clothesline on Swerve Strickland, sending him to the outside. Big clothesline on Keith Lee again. Over the body attack, taking out Swerve Strickland. Now Caster back in, going to the top rope. Big flying crossbody press on Keith Lee. Cover and a kick out at 2. Max Caster now working his way back to his feet. Keith Lee setting himself up in the corner. Max Caster going for something. He's trying to hold him in the corner as Bowens comes in. Catches the forearm. Back elbow from Caster. Another forearm from Bowens. And now Max Caster trying to pick Keith Lee up on his shoulders. Let's see if he can do it. He can't do it. Keith Lee ends up taking out Swerve Strickland. He was trying to come in the ring, help him out. Now shoulder chop block from Max Caster to Keith Lee. Bowens hits the ropes, flying knee to the face on Keith Lee. And another cover and kick out by Keith Lee. Very close. Max Caster calling for something. Keith Lee absolutely annihilating Swerve Strickland. Nice knee strike from Bowens, but it wasn't enough. Now Bowens and Max Caster. Keith Lee with a headbutt on Bowens. Grabs Caster by the throat, sends him over the top rope. Bowens back to his feet now. Another right hand to Keith Lee, chop. And his knee gives out again. It looked like he was going for some kind of kick. His knee gave out again. Keith Lee now sweeps the leg right off of fucking Bowens, who goes down hard. Keith Lee is making his way to the top rope now. Bowens is set up, laid out in the middle of the ring. Caster now getting back in the ring. Flies to the top rope. And he's looking for the opportunity to get in some action here on Keith Lee, who's perched on the top rope. Now Bowen's climbing the rope. Are we going to get a double suplex on Keith Lee? Acclaimed, they're now giving Keith Lee multiple shots to the back, and they're setting him up for the double team suplex, double team chop. And now we are going to see the Acclaimed go for a double suplex on Keith Lee. Yes, it's a double suplex, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and they hit the double suplex, but Swerve Strickland gets the blind tag. Hits the Swerve Stomp on Bowens. And Bowens is able to kick out of the Swerve Stomp. The Acclaimed are still in it. Now Swerve with another Swerve Stomp, standing Swerve Stomp on the knee of Bowens. The crowd really booing it. Swerve really going for this half crab. Bowens doing his best to fight out of it. It looks like he almost has the half crab applied. Bowens fighting. Max Caster making his way back in the ring. Springboard drop kick to the back of Swerve Strickland's fucking head. Taking him out. Swerve looks like he is knocked out. Fans are now chanting, "This is awesome," and actually, so far, this has been awesome. This is the Acclaim's longest, hardest fought match to date. Max Caster, now the legal man, going after the leg of Swerve Strickland. Swerve rolls through. Inside pickup. No. Goes for a reverse kick on the back of Max Caster's head. Cover. And another kick out. Max Caster keeps the Acclaimed in this match. They're still in it to win it. Coming up on a 10 o'clock mark, man. This show's going to go to midnight. Swerve Strickland now. Springboard, but no. Bowens pulls him down and cancels the springboard attempt that Swerve Strickland had in mind. Now rolls him back into the ring. Nope. Sets him up on the apron. And it looks like Platinum Max is going for something off the top rope to the outside. Second rope, maybe? Oh, shit. Second rope mic drop. Killing fucking Strickland. Now rolling him back in the ring. Max Caster's checking on Bowens. He throws Bowens back in the ring. Keith Lee now making his way back in the ring. Mic drop off the second rope. Keith Lee now with a huge shoulder tackle, taking out Max Caster. Another double hand knife chop on Bowens. Billy Gunn working his way to the ringside apron. Pointing at Keith Lee. Keith Lee telling him this shit's over, baby. Fuck him up, daddy chant starting. Max Caster with a thrust kick. Now he's picking up Keith Lee, and he has him up on his shoulders. Incredible strength by Max Caster shown. Boom! Hits the F5 on Keith Lee. Max Caster now going for the cover. Nope. Going for the tag on Bowens. Bowens calling for the finish on Swerve. Has Swerve Strickland. Hits him with that beautiful sidewalk slam. And Max Caster hitting the top rope. Hits the mic drop. 1, 2. Oh my God. Keith Lee with the save. Keith Lee with the save. Last second save. Wow. This crowd was ready to explode. Keith Lee with a save of the night so far. I thought that match was over, folks. Fans chanting bullshit. Keith Lee with a beautiful save, man. Fans don't like it, though. Max Caster giving Swerve Strickland the scissor sign that it's over. Now Swerve has Caster Oh my God, Death Valley Driver on the ringside apron. That shit looked fucking vicious. Bowens now has him in the gut wrench position. Bringing him into the ring. Swerve now going after that knee again. Bowens doing his best to hold on for dear life. Swerve working on that knee yet again. Sick backbreaker from Swerve Strickland to Bowens. Tag from Keith Lee. Bowens with a big right fucking hand. Now a chop. A punch. Now Bowens holding his own against Swerve Strickland. Swerve Strickland gets a kick to the face. Keith Lee has Max Caster. No! Keith Lee drops Bowens. We get the kick to the face from Swerve to Keith Lee. And now Bowens with a roll up on Keith Lee. And Keith Lee with another kick out, another close fall. Wow. Reverse DDT swinging off the ropes, taking out Swerve Strickland from Bowens. Now Bowens and Keith Lee are in the ring all alone. Bowens hits the ropes. And Keith Lee has Bowens on his shoulders. Turns him into the powerbomb position. Swerve Strickland now out of nowhere. Swerve stomp and powerbomb combo. And Swerve and Our Glory pick up the win. And are still your AEW Tag Team Champions. Yo, that match was sick, Jay. They killed it. They killed that match. Bowens did such a good job with Swerve Strickland working that leg in all those spots, and you didn't know which way it was going to go for a while. Great last 10 minutes of the match, man. Phenomenal match. Swerve and Your Glory are still your tag team champions, but the Acclaimed show that they can go, baby. This match had everything. It had story. It had spots. It had hype. The crowd was in it. They wanted to see the Acclaimed win. Fucking match, man. What a match. So happy for the Acclaimed to have this big moment. This will do a lot for their career, my friend. Great match. Great fucking story. The crowd even chanting bullshit. Keith Lee offering the scissors to Daddy Gunn. And they're going to scissor with Keith Lee. Keith Lee extending the scissors. Hell of a match, folks. Hell of a match. Incredible performance by the Acclaimed. But not enough to defeat Swerve in Our Glory. But what a match we just witnessed. What's up next? Let's see. Probably Edge versus Jungle Boy. They're showing Mox warming up, and no, now it's time for the Fatal 4 women's match. This match, I don't even know how it's going to go, but we're going to see the action right now. They're giving us the promo. Thunder Rosa had to step down as the champion. That's why we're getting the interim world championship match between Britt Baker, Toni Storm, Jamie Hayter, and Hikaru Shida. I gotta drink some water. I gotta rest my voice for a couple of minutes, folks. It's been a long night so far. I've been here since 8 o'clock. And we still have 1, 2, 3, 4. We still have 5 matches left, folks. We still have a long night, Jay. 5 more matches to be decided. I really hope this women's match is quick. But I guess we're going to have to wait and see how it's going to go. I cannot believe I was banned on TikTok for harassment and bullying. Pure bullshit, if I must say. My God. That day is not today, folks. I'm calling Britt Baker for the win on this one. But I wouldn't be surprised if Toni Storm walks away with it. Because they were hyping her ass up so hard for so long. Sheeta coming out first. Now Toni Storm making her way to the ring. I'm going to get a quick snack, folks, and then we're going to pick up this match. So, in the meantime, just watch this video real quick. It's our entrance. It's our theme song. This is Wrestling with Savage. Shout out to Jay and Gilch.
You are watching Wrestling with Savage! But of course,
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, brought to you live by the champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. Smackdown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
I'm trying to give these two WWE legends. Alright, we're back, folks. Alright, we're back. The live play-by-play will continue now. Britt Baker now coming into the ring. And the bell has rung. Jamie Hayter, Britt Baker, giving each other a pound. Sheeta going with Britt Baker, and Toni Storm is now stomping the shit out of Jamie Hayter. Toni Storm with a drop kick on Jamie Hayter, knocking her down. Toni now with the multiple shots to Jamie Hayter, European uppercut. Jamie Hayter hits the ropes, gets tripped up by Britt Baker. Britt Baker now laying in shots to Toni Storm, but Sheeta breaks that up. Now Sheeta back in the ring. Nice flying rising knee to Jamie Hayter from Sheeta. Sheeta with a roll-up to Hayter. Toni Storm with a roll-up. Now Britt Baker with a crucifix to Toni Storm. And then Toni Storm breaks that up. Jamie Hayter breaks that up. Another roll-up. Now Sheeta with another roll-up on Hayter. And now Hayter with a submission. Looks like the half crab on Sheeta in the middle of the ring. And then Britt Baker comes in and tries to get the lockjaw in on Sheeta. That's broken up by Toni Storm. Toni Storm now grabbing Jamie Hayter and applying her own submission. Poor Sheeta is getting the worst of all this. Now Britt Baker back in the ring. Super kick from Britt Baker to Toni Storm. DMD. Britt Baker dodges the kick from Sheeta. Now Britt Baker with a sling blade on Sheeta. Grabs Toni Storm, goes for the fisherman suplex. Toni dodges the clothesline. Britt Baker with a sling blade now on on Toni Storm. Now Sheeta with a kick to the midsection on Britt Baker. 3 right hands to the face of Britt Baker. Has her in the body slam position. Drops her into the backbreaker. That looks stiff. Rolls her now out of the ring. That's probably true, Jay. My thing delayed a little bit, so now I'm seeing the sling blades again from Britt Baker. Sheeta with a kick to the midsection now. Laying shots on Britt Baker. That shit went back like 2 minutes. Come on, man. What the fuck is this bullshit? Very fucking annoying. That's nice. That's nice. That's nice. Alright, now back into the action. Sheeta with a shoulder block on Toni Storm. Toni Storm with a kick up. Now Sheeta and Toni Storm going at it in the middle of the ring. Both women now trading shots. Rebel gets involved, and we get the double headbutt from Sheeta and Toni Storm taking her out. Now, Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter back in the mix. Get the attack from behind. Taking out Sheeta, taking out Toni Storm. Now, Jamie Hayter shoving Toni Storm's head in the turnbuckle. Britt Baker comes in, starts stepping on the head of Toni Storm. More stomps from Jamie Hayter. Now Jamie Hayter, Britt Baker now working on Shida on the outside. Jamie Hayter has Shida on her shoulders, walking up the ramp and dumping her on top of the ramp. And then here comes Britt Baker with a kendo stick. Oh, we get the curb stomp on the top of the ramp, taking out Shida. Referee asking Hayter and Britt Baker to stop. Hayter mocking the referee. Shida looks like she's out of the match. Doc's coming to check on her. Now back in the ring, Jamie Hayter grabbing the rope from the ring bottom and using it to choke Toni Storm. The referee's not even watching any of this. Britt Baker's watching on as Jamie Hayter's choking Toni Storm. Now Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter, double teaming Toni Storm. Toni Storm dodges Jamie Hayter's attack, hits the drop toe hold on Britt Baker, goes to the top rope. Flying, diving crossbody, cover on Jamie Hayter. Jamie Hayter with the kick out now. Tony going for some DDT probably on Jamie. Jamie saved by Britt Baker. Oh, yeah. Now, back in the corner, Jamie Hayter using her boot to choke Toni Storm. Britt Baker comes in, gets a couple of kicks to the side of her face. Fans now chanting Jamie Hayter. Toni Storm beginning to fight back. Starts getting shots on both Britt and Jamie. But Jamie Hayter quickly ends that. Now a double suplex from Britt and Jamie, taking out Toni Storm. Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter smiling, loving this shit. Now Shida coming back to the ring with two kendo sticks. And Shida going off with the kendo sticks, just beating on Jamie Hayter, beating on Britt Baker. Now Shida in the corner. She has Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter stacked up in the corner, just dropping bombs on both of their heads. Springboard drop kick to Baker. Now a snap suplex from Britt Baker, landing her right on top of Jamie Hayter in the corner. Shida going to the top rope. Grabs Jamie Hayter by the head. Looks like she's going for a suplex. And she connects with a suplex over the ropes. Wow. That looked good. Covering a kick out by Hayter. Shida going for the katana kick. Jamie counters. Lands an overhand chop. Shida with another kick to the face on Jamie Hayter. Britt Baker back in the ring. Super kick on Shida. Toni Storm back in the ring. Big boot to Baker. Jamie Hayter with a rock bottom backbreaker on Toni. Hayter with a headbutt on Shida. Clobbers on the back. Shida picks her up. And Britt Baker rolls Shida up while Jamie Hayter holds her down. And then Toni Storm breaks it all up. Reset. All four ladies getting back to their feet. Baker with Sheeta, Hayter with Toni Storm. Both women. All four women trading shots now. Jumping knee from Sheeta to Baker. She blocks Hayter's shot attempt. Gives her a stiff right hand. Jumping rising kick off the ropes. Falcon arrow on Jamie Hayter from Sheeta. Now the cover. Toni Storm now with a save. German suplex on Sheeta. Toni Storm goes for the punch on Britt Baker. Britt Baker dodges. Now a German suplex from Toni to Britt Baker. And now Jamie Hayter picks Toni Storm and hits the tombstone power driver on Toni Storm. Sheeta off the second rope. Meteora. Cover on Hayter. Britt Baker with a super kick on Sheeta. Britt Baker with the spinning forearm now on Sheeta. Hits the suplex. Twisting neckbreaker suplex. Big curb stomp from Britt Baker to Sheeta. Kick out from Sheeta. That was tough. Britt Baker bringing out the glove. And Toni Storm's going to grab Britt Baker and send her to the outside. Jamie Hayter then sends Toni Storm to the outside. Jamie Hayter now has Sheeta up. Big time clothesline. Cover, ripcord, clothesline. And then Britt Baker pulls the ref and screws Jamie Hayter out of the win. Jamie Hayter yelling, "Sing, it's my turn." Toni Storm with the big time spike pile driver. Britt Baker back in the ring, launches Toni Storm outside. And somehow Britt Baker goes for the cover, but Jamie Hayter is able to kick out of that crazy pile driver. Hit by Toni Storm. DMD looking very upset. Britt Baker looking at Jamie Hayter now, but she's interrupted by Toni Storm, who grabs her and hits the DDT. There goes Britt Baker flying. Now Jamie Hayter gets DDT'd from Toni Storm. Now Toni Storm with the cover. And it's over, and Toni Storm is your new AEW interim world champion. I had a feeling that was going to happen, Jay. Toni Storm is your women's world champion. Whoop-de-fucking-do. What's next? Jungle Boy versus Cage? House of Black? Perhaps Bryan Danielson versus Chris Jericho? I'm assuming it's going to be Cage versus Jungle Boy coming up next. But I guess we have to wait and see. That is it. Toni Storm is your winner. Oh, now they're looking ahead to Full Gear. And it's coming to the Prudential Center. Look at this, Jay. Pay-per-view in New Jersey. Are we going to this pay-per-view, man? I hate the Prudential Center. I think it's one of the worst arenas in the country. It's a 2-night event, too. Wow. Friday is Rampage, and then Saturday is Full Gear. Interesting. New Jersey, Jay. Pay-per-view. Here's they're showing MJF again. We all know it's MJF. Come on now, stop it. MJF, baby. Kenny Omega, Young Bucks, your first trio as AEW champions. Coming up, folks, Christian Cage versus Jungle Boy any minute now, so stick around. Alright, folks, it's time. This match is a long time coming between Jungle Boy and Christian Cage. It looks like Christian Cage will be making his way to the ring first. And here he comes, Christian Cage, donning the traditional black and gold tights with red trimming. Has his t-shirt on saying, "Worked everyone. Worked everyone." Going down now, folks. Christian Cage versus Jungle Boy. We'll see how long this match. Shouldn't take too long. Probably 15 to 20 minutes. The Bryan Danielson versus Chris Jericho match is probably going to be half an hour. House of Black versus Sting, Darby and Miro is probably going to be 20 minutes. Giving at least half an hour for Mox versus Punkley. Christian Cage making his way over to the mom of Jungle Boy, mom and sister. And their Jungle Boy's mom just slapped Christian Cage across the face when he told her to call him. Christian Cage looks like he likes that kind of naughty stuff, though. Christian now in the ring. Won't take his eyes off Jungle Boy's mama. And here comes Jungle Boy. Is he coming by himself? He's got his traditional Jungle Boy music. Whoa. And somebody has a sign that said Jungle Man with a boy slashed out, Jungle Man. Jungle Boy Jack Perry making his way to the ring. Spent a year under Christian Cage's mentorship. He's telling everybody to hold on 1 minute. Maybe Lucha's coming out. Let's see. No, Lucha's coming out the other tunnel. Oh, Lucha grabbing Jungle Boy by the throat. And now Luchasaurus with a choke slam on the ramp, killing Jungle Boy. And Christian Cage looks like this was all part of the plan. Jungle Boy came out of the face side, but then Luchasaurus came out of the bad guy side and just choke slams the shit out of Luke Perry over here. Or Jack Perry. My God. Christian Cage obviously going to have a little bit of an advantage in this match now. And now Luchasaurus is back out here. And he's going right back after Jungle Boy. Now, Luchasaurus has Jungle Boy on his shoulders. He's walking over to the ring. And Luchasaurus has delivered Jungle Boy to the ring. And Christian Cage is barking orders, telling Luchasaurus to put Jungle Boy through that table. And Lucha has Jungle Boy up in the position right now. And yes, Jack Perry has been put through the table, folks, by Luchasaurus. And Christian is loving it. Mom, sister watching on, very worried about their baby boy. Little Jungle Boy, little Jack Perry, just getting annihilated by Luchasaurus right now, and I love it. Now Luchasaurus picking up Jungle Boy yet again. Now he's going to send him into the ring. Yes. He's in the ring. Christian smiling. Fans are booing. Aubrey Edwards checking on Jungle Boy to see if he's alive. Christian Cage barking at Jungle Boy, telling him to get up. Fans now chanting asshole towards Christian. Aubrey telling Jack Perry, you don't have to do this right now. Jungle Boy now finally making his way to his feet, slowly but surely. And Jack Perry's like, yes, I do have to do this. Now the bell rings, and Christian with the spear. And Jack Perry is able to kick out. Now Christian Cage back, grabbing Jack Perry by the hair, going for the impaler. Kisses the camera, hits the kill switch, and this shit is over. It has to be. And it's over. Christian is your winner. Jack Perry was able to kick out of the spear, but he was not able to kick out of the kill switch. Luchasaurus helping Christian yet again. Looks like Luchasaurus has a case of bipolar syndrome. One week he's with Jungle Boy, another week he's with Christian Cage. So Luchasaurus now obviously clearly in the corner of Christian Cage. They're hugging now in the middle of the ring. The mother of Jack Perry, the sister of Jack Perry, looking shocked, looking disappointed. And like Jay said, shocker moment of the night. Now, Christian Cage high on the shoulders of Luchasaurus as Christian Cage gives us all the salute. And now we get an interview between Best Friends and Death Triangle. And for some reason, Danhausen's there, and he won't take his eyes off Penta. It's made it official this Wednesday. Death Triangle versus Best Friends from Buffalo. This wasn't a confrontation, Pac says. This was just a little doggy barking up the wrong tree. Earlier in the night, Pac did tell Orange Cassidy, you are not a wrestler, you are a joke. And I have to agree with our All-Atlantic champion. Oh, it looks like it's Bryan Danielson versus Chris Jericho, and it's coming up next, folks. So that's it. We only have 3 matches left. Bryan Danielson, whatever you're calling him, this match should be excellent, folks. That's the question everybody's asking. Who are we going to get tonight? Are we going to get Chris Jericho, the wrestler? Are we going to get Chris Jericho, the sports entertainer? Are we going to get Fozzy, the rock star? Are we going to get Les Sex God, Le Champion, Chris Jericho? Are we going to get the Painmaker? What version of Chris Jericho are we going to get? According to his recent antics, we're getting the Lionheart. So let's see. Jericho says he needs to win this match. Let me know in the comments what you think about AEW All Out so far, and who do you think is going to win this upcoming match between Chris Jericho and Bryan Danielson, the American Dragon versus Lionheart, live. And Lionheart, it's Lionheart. Lionheart making his way to the ring with the Judas theme music. William Regal's joined the commentary table. Now Jericho has changed his music and showing a lot of New Japan footage of him when he was Lionheart. Jericho coming out with a full pyro, got the yellow trunks, full Lionheart gear on. He has a 3-0 career singles record versus Bryan Danielson. So Bryan Danielson has never, ever beaten Chris Jericho. And I don't think it's going to change tonight, Jay. Let's see what Chris Jericho is going to do tonight. Is he going to shock the world? Jericho getting more pyro. He's hyped up. He's pumped. He's got his black vest on. Black vest. Stone Cold like. Now Bryan Danielson making his way to the ring. But here comes somebody. First, who's this guy? It's Elliot Taylor. Performs Bryan Danielson's AEW theme song. He was born for greatness. He has no shirt on, and he's singing Bryan Danielson's theme song. I never heard the lyrics to this song. He was born for greatness. He was born for greatness. Greatness, greatness. I was born for greatness, greatness. And here comes the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, giving a pound to Elliot Taylor as he's walking down the ramp, coming down to the ring. And there he goes, he's singing some more. He knew he was built for this. He was born for greatness, folks. Bryan Danielson with a very serious look on his face, getting in the ring with the Lionheart, Chris Jericho, walking right up to him. They're going to have the face-off. Aubrey Edwards on duty again. Will be the referee in this big-time professional wrestling match. 2022, folks. And I'm calling Bryan Danielson versus Chris Jericho in AEW. That lockup happens in the middle of the ring. Chris Jericho with the quick arm drag. Daniel Garcia, they're showing Daniel Garcia watching the match from the back. King Ed, Chris Jericho, the face of AEW. Well, he's one of the faces of AEW, that's for certain. Now Chris Jericho smiling, very happy after his little arm drag. Both men now just sitting in the corner, getting ready. Chris Jericho giving all the fans the double middle finger. giving Brian Danielson the middle fingers now. AEW All Out sale, save 20%, ends Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, save 20%. Use the code ALLOUT on AEWshop.com. Now Brian Danielson grabbing the legs of Chris Jericho, tripping him up, grabbing the arms, and now proceeds to start stomping Jericho right in the throat, in the chest, and in the face. Jericho has to roll out of the ring to have a little break there. Jericho tossing the chair, very upset. Feels like he's been disrespected already. Jericho now walking back to the steel steps, making his way back into the ring. Jericho walking right up to Brian Danielson and slaps him right in the face. Brian Danielson just smiled a little bit, telling him to bring it. Both men now lock up. Jericho pushes Brian Danielson into the corner. Aubrey Edwards giving him the count to 5 to break it up. Big chop from Jericho to Brian Danielson. Big chop from Jericho to Brian Danielson. Brian Danielson just wiping it off, letting him know that didn't even faze him. Now Jericho, Brian Danielson lock up again. Brian Danielson with the gut wrench takedown. Jericho trying to fight out of it. Brian Danielson holding on tight. Jericho grabs onto the ropes, forcing a break. Nope. Brian Danielson picks up Jericho, puts him in the corner. Goes for another big chop. Jericho dodges it, hits a chop of his own. Taunting Brian Danielson, saying, huh? You see what happens? And Brian Danielson wiping that chop off his chest yet again, letting Jericho know that he hasn't even faced him. Both men now walking the ring, and another lockup. Brian Danielson with the headlock, turns it into a hammer lock. Now has an arm wrench, wrist lock. Jericho with a roll through, kick up. And the counter on the wrist lock, has a wrist lock of his own. Brian Danielson now with a roll through, bridge, counter of his own, turns it into a nice hammerlock suplex. Jericho covering his face as Brian Danielson slaps him in the belly and walks away and reset. Like JR said, we are watching a wrestling match here, and he likes it. Alright, both men now about to lock up again. And there it is, lock up. No, Jericho grabs the arm, puts him in a hammerlock, and a lazy drop down into a head scissors. He has a hammerlock and a head scissors applied at the same time. Jericho loses control. Brian Danielson is able to roll through, bridges out of it, and now looks like he's setting him up for what looks like a sharpshooter, but no, instead, I think he's setting it up for the Mexican springboard. Jericho now getting his nose pulled by Brian Danielson. Danielson now with a double stomp on the knees. Very nice spot. Brian Danielson now going back to the legs of Chris Jericho. Nice spinning leg drop on the ankle, or on the knee of Jericho. More like an inverted figure 4 that we're watching. Jericho now grabbing the head of Brian Danielson, trying to get him into a headlock, grabbing onto his hair, and now Brian Danielson starts giving some shots to Jericho, some punches to the face, the chest. He's telling Jericho to bring it. Jericho tries to fight back with some shots of his own, but now Brian Danielson with some fierce forearms, forcing Jericho to kind of cover up to protect himself. Now Brian Danielson turns it into an arm bar, but Jericho holding on tight with both his hands to not allow the arm bar from becoming a reality. I have to agree with Jay in the chat. Danielson is definitely carrying this match and leading so far. Jericho now with some shots of his own, elbows to the back of Danielson's head. Now we see the Russian leg drop from Jericho to Brian Danielson, going back to the head scissors. Looks to be wrenching on that right arm and has the left arm locked up. So he has the head scissors connected and wrenching on both arms at the same time. Looks like a decent submission. Bryan Danielson has escaped and is now grabbing the leg of Jericho, has it wrapped around his neck. Man in the Mask is calling this the stretch muffler. Looks like he's setting up that sharpshooter again, but more like a sitting down. He's going to take a bump, trying to break the legs of Chris Jericho. Oh, look at Bryan Danielson doing the little sexy dance. Now Danielson with the bump and the submission, sitting on the spine of Chris Jericho. Now Chris Jericho gets rolled and into like a pretzel pin-like submission. Jericho kicks out, gets up, gives Bryan Danielson multiple chops. So far, 3 chops in the corner. Bryan Danielson now fights back with a chop of his own. Jericho chops back. Bryan Danielson with a chop. Jericho with a chop. Danielson with a chop. Jericho with a forearm. Double underhook. Backbreaker by Chris Jericho on Bryan Danielson. Very nicely done. This is a very traditional, classic wrestling match. And it's showing everybody that Chris Jericho still has it, baby. Beautiful backdrop suplex from Chris Jericho to Bryan Danielson. Come on, baby. Pin cover. Little smile from Jericho. Obviously, a very quick kick out by Bryan Danielson. Crowd seems to be in it. Seems to be booing Chris Jericho, who is obviously the heel in the match. And Bryan Danielson is playing the babyface. But so far, very interesting match, I have to say. I know, full gear in Jersey, man. We might have to be going. That would be the first AEW pay-per-view we've ever been to, so we might have to go to that. Danielson now meditating in the middle of the corner. He doesn't even care about the shots Jericho's given. Bryan Danielson starts meditating, trips up Jericho, has a kick up, now huge uppercuts. Bryan Danielson with Irish whip, Jericho with a counter. Jericho with a beautiful chop block to the throat. Jericho with a springboard drop kick off the second rope, connecting and hitting. Vintage Jericho, as Taz would say. Jericho now going to the outside, another springboard attack, but Jericho gets caught by Bryan Danielson, who gets his knees up. Nice knee to the midsection of Chris Jericho from Bryan Danielson, who climbs the ring apron. And it looks like we're going to see the running knee attack. Yes, running knee strike off the apron to the face of Chris Jericho, as the crowd is now getting behind Bryan Danielson, going back to Jericho. He's going to bring him back inside the ring to break the count by Aubrey Edwards. Bryan Danielson now climbing the ropes, making his way to the top rope. Jericho back to his feet. Bryan Danielson with the drop kick, shotgun missile drop kick, wiping out Chris Jericho. Another kick up by Bryan Danielson, who's taunting and letting everybody know, I am the American Dragon. Now Bryan Danielson setting up for the yes kicks. One, another kick to the chest. Jericho's chest is lit up very red. Now Bryan Danielson pulls back, winds up. Chris Jericho with inside cradle, turns it into the Lion Tamer. Tries to turn it into the Lion Tamer. Bryan Danielson is holding on tight. Twists and turns. Chris Jericho sending him into the ropes. Jericho back to his feet already. Goes for the running attack. Bryan Danielson dodges, sending Jericho face first into the turnbuckle. Now with more yes kicks from Bryan Danielson in the corner. Proceeds to kick the shit out of Chris Jericho 4 times. Picks him up, sets him up on the top turnbuckle. Bryan Danielson making the climb to the top. Are we going to see the Hurricane Rana? And there it is, folks. Hurricane Rana. No, Jericho catches it, grabs him, and then falls off the ropes, not letting go of Bryan Danielson, and turns it into the Lion Tamer. Walls of Jericho, whatever you want to call it. The Walls of Jericho are now locked in the middle of the ring. Aubrey Edwards asking Bryan Danielson if he wants to tap out. What a match so far, folks. No bleeding, no nonsense, just professional wrestling by 2 of the best to ever do it. Bryan Danielson with a roll through in the inside cradle. Kick out by Jericho. Jericho back to his feet very quick, running and attacking Bryan Danielson, who dodges, sending Jericho landing hard, hitting in the turnbuckle, crashing to the outside. Now Bryan Danielson to the corner to get full speed, running suicida attack through the middle ropes, wiping out Chris Jericho on the ring side. Now Bryan Danielson picking up Chris Jericho, putting him into the barricade and giving him a hard chop, a stiff kick, another stiff chop, and now he's going to take him and put him back inside of the ring. Jericho again rolled in the ring. Now Bryan Danielson working his way to the top rope. Jericho back to his feet, trips up Bryan Danielson on the ropes. Bryan Danielson lands in where the sun don't shine, looks in an uncomfortable position. Jericho climbing up a little bit, giving Bryan Danielson a hard chop to the chest. Now Jericho punching Bryan Danielson in the face a few times. Bryan Danielson trying to fight back, but it seems like Jericho has him in a precarious position here. Could we see a superplex? Could we see a Hurricane Rana? Now Jericho on the top rope, hammering down shots on Bryan Danielson. Bryan Danielson now with a headbutt, sending Chris Jericho dropping like a rock hard on the mat. Bryan Danielson still perched on the top rope, making his way to the very top of the rope. Let's see if he's going to point to the sky. Goes for the flying headbutt. Jericho manages to roll out of the way. Jericho now going for the lion salt. And Bryan Danielson gets the knees up and goes for the label lock and connects in the middle of the ring. We have a label lock in the middle of the ring applied. Aubrey Edwards asking Jericho if he is going to quit. Jericho, though, fights through. And now it looks like he's going back to the lion tamer. Danielson holding onto the legs of Jericho, trying to not be turned over. And instead we get the slingshot catapult, sending Bryan Danielson over the top ropes. But he holds on to the top ropes, flips back over HBK style, runs towards Jericho. Now Chris Jericho and Bryan Danielson, counter after counter. Bryan Danielson was going for the Tombstone Power Driver, but Jericho was able to counter and lands his own Tombstone Power Driver, wiping out Bryan Danielson. Then lands the moonsault, beautiful moonsault, lion salt off the springboard lion salt from Chris Jericho. Goes for the cover and another near fall. Get the kick out from Bryan Danielson. He didn't land all that lion salt, but it was still very good nonetheless. Beautiful wrestling match going on here, folks. It's going to be hard to follow this match for Moxley and CM Punk, but they're going to try. Now Chris Jericho, nice kick to the face. Bryan Danielson was trying to get up, and Jericho just kicked the hell out of his head. Danielson getting up again. Jericho goes for the Judas effect. Counter from Danielson with the roundhouse kick into the midsection. Now some yes kicks. One of them direct kick to the head from Bryan Danielson to Chris Jericho. Now Bryan Danielson in the corner, pointing to Jericho. He's dead. His fucking head. That's what Bryan Danielson said. He's going to kick his fucking head off. Now Bryan Danielson picking up his arms and begins the stomps to the face of Chris Jericho. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, 8. 8 shots to the head. And now label lock. Yes, label lock locked in by Bryan Danielson. But I still see Jericho's head on his body, so Bryan Danielson lied to us. He did not kick his fucking head off. Not yet. Label lock. Chris Jericho trying to fight his way to the ropes so they could break the hold. Chris Jericho making his way to that bottom rope. Slowly but surely working his way there. Label lock applied even tighter now. And wow, great positioning by Bryan Danielson, who is able to roll his entire body and in thus doing so, rolling Chris Jericho away from the ropes. Very, very beautiful wrestling technician. Great wrestling by Bryan Danielson. Has that LeBell lock locked in. Jericho's not going to tap out, though. Jericho's going back to the ropes. Bryan Danielson again with another beautiful transition. Nice rolling through, and now the LeBell lock again. Jericho, though, with some desperation, finally starts to fight back. We see a lot of elbow shots from Jericho to the head of Bryan Danielson. Jericho going back for the Lion Tamer. Has Bryan Danielson into the Lion Tamer, and it is locked in yet again. Full sit down from Jericho onto Bryan Danielson. Bryan Danielson trying to roll through yet again. Bryan Danielson with a kick to the face, kick to the neck, another kick to the neck. Now Bryan Danielson going for the triangle chokehold, and he gets it. We see some elbows from Bryan Danielson to the top of Jericho's head. Bryan Danielson now holding on for dear life. Jericho trying to fight back with everything he has. Right hands to Bryan Danielson's face. Now Jericho picking up Bryan Danielson for a powerbomb, perhaps. Doesn't look like Jericho can get him up. But looks like Bryan Danielson's not letting him. He's holding down, pulling down. Looks like he's going to sleep. It looks like Jericho's going to sleep, folks. Oh, Jericho's able to grab onto that bottom rope. Now Bryan Danielson has to let go. Jericho with a nice slingshot on the bottom rope. Big time move from Jericho. Showing you years of ring experience. Excellent move by Chris Jericho to swing the momentum back from Bryan to him. Well, we got an hour left, folks. Still 3 matches to finish this one. House of Black, and of course Mox versus Punk as your main event. Both men now beginning to get back to their feet. Chris Jericho now on his knees. Bryan Danielson on his knees. We're going shot for shot, chop for chop, forearm, uppercuts. Now both men back on their feet. Bryan Danielson with 2 stiff chops on Jericho. Make that 3, make that 4. Now a kick to the chest, a 5th chop, another kick to the chest, another chop. Irish whip countered by Chris Jericho sends Bryan Danielson into the corner. Bryan Danielson with the flip off the top turnbuckle. Bryan Danielson, code breaker by Jericho to Bryan Danielson. It didn't look like he connected at all, but it's enough to go for the cover. And it's a kick out by Bryan Danielson. Chris Jericho, you can see the frustration starting to set in. What does he have to do to put this match away? Jericho let us know earlier in the night that he needs this win, that this is a must-win situation for him. Jericho now going back to the Lion Tamer. Bryan Danielson doesn't seem to be fighting back, and now Jericho has the full Lion Tamer. Knee in the back of Jericho. Jericho with a knee on the back of Bryan Danielson's head. Very beautiful looking submission here. Lion Tamer is locked in very tight. Is Bryan Danielson gonna tap out here? Bryan trying to look around, but Jericho has his head locked in. A very, very tough situation right now. It doesn't look like Bryan Danielson can go anywhere. Bryan somehow makes it to the bottom rope. Jericho is forced to break the hold by Aubrey Edwards. Jericho now letting us all know that he is Chris Jericho, baby. Has to celebrate a little bit, lifts his pants up a little bit. Going back to the head of Bryan Danielson, calls him a son of a bitch. Now hits him in the head, punches to the face. He's telling Bryan Danielson to stay down, you son of a bitch. Now Jericho picking up Bryan Danielson, gut wrench, goes for a German suplex and connects with a release German suplex from Chris Jericho. Now Jericho going back with his own hammer and anvil shots on Bryan Danielson. Fans are booing. They don't like to see this. Jericho just called a spot. I don't know what he called, but we're going to find out right now. Jericho with a gut wrench goes for another German. Bryan Danielson almost lands badly. He's able to save himself. Bryan Danielson now hitting the ropes. Psycho knee on Jericho out of nowhere. And Jericho is able to kick out of the psycho knee, so that's big for Jericho. Now Bryan Danielson immediately going back for the label lock in the middle of the ring. Oh, wow. Wow. Bryan Danielson now with the bridge, the mutilation submission. Cattle mutilation, they're calling this submission. Jericho somehow is able to roll through, but now Bryan Danielson going with some kind of American sleeper. No, instead more hammer and anvil shots on the chest of Chris Jericho, chest and neck. As Taz said, some violent shots by Bryan Danielson to Chris Jericho. And now going back for the label lock. Nope, going back for the mutilation. Cata mutilation. Jericho is going to pass out, it looks like. Jericho trying to survive. Jericho trying to slide backwards towards the ropes. Now Jericho gets his foot on the ropes. And Bryan Danielson is going to have to hold the hold. He's going to have to break the hold. Jericho trying to get back to his feet, using the ropes to climb up. Bryan Danielson going after Chris Jericho. Jericho holding onto the ropes. Now Bryan Danielson with the kicks to the back of Jericho. 4 kicks, 5 kicks, 6 kicks. Aubrey Edwards giving him the 5 count. Bryan Danielson steps away to not get DQ'd. Now more kicks to the back of the neck. Kicks to the front, kicks to the back. Aubrey's going to break it up yet again. Jericho still not down. Jericho now with a roll-up. And Bryan Danielson's going to kick out. Big rolling elbow from Bryan Danielson, sending Jericho down. Now Bryan Danielson going back to those hammer and anvil shots yet again. Now Bryan Danielson going for the double underhook submission of some kind. Oh, Jericho with a low blow on Bryan Danielson. The ref didn't see it. And we see the Judas effect knocking out Bryan Danielson. Is this over? And he got him. Jericho is your winner. He is undefeated against Bryan Danielson. Chris Jericho, the GOAT, baby. Daniel Garcia watching this shit. Very upset. Daniel Garcia looks very upset that Chris Jericho won. Here comes the JAS, Jericho Appreciation Society, coming out to help Chris Jericho celebrate, baby. Sammy Guevara, the first one in the ring to help him. Daddy Magic, Angelo Parker, Ty Conti, and Jay. And of course, Jake Hager, all here to celebrate with Chris Jericho. And your winner, Chris Jericho, the American Dragon, defeating Bryan Danielson yet again. And it looks like Sammy and Jake Hager are going to really help Jericho celebrate tonight. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got one more match before the main event. It's going to be the House of Black versus Darby Allin versus Sting versus Miro. And it's going down right now. And you're watching live. You're watching it live on Wrestling with Savage. Later tonight, we're going to play some video games. Make sure you're watching Gaming with Savage. It's going to come at you live later tonight.
I am a real American.
Get some! Let's go! Ooh, nasty.
36C headshots for the noob. We can do a one-on-one, a deathmatch to the fuse. Beat nuke your whole team back when you lose. Warzone card 2K, you can choose. Gaming with Savage, chicken dinner is a rap. Gaming with Savage, a real legend on the map. Gaming with Savage, all marks get capped.
Let's
Gaming
go!
with Savage, watch your leader get slapped.
Let's go. Another win. Get slapped. Woo, baby! go. Fuck, did you get killed?
They got a sniper across the other side there.
Yo, I just raped their whole fucking team, pretty much. Smashes Sony every time. Smashes like an elbow. Oh my god! I cracked the. Oh, in the helicopter! In the fucking helicopter! You're back for more? Oh, you must love this shit. Yeah, but there's no one stronger, there's no one smarter, and there's definitely no one better looking than me. I'll get it done. You might. I'm the man, I'm the champ. Why? Fucking day. That's what every fucking day I'm playing with fucking garbage cans, bro.
You are watching Wrestling with Savage! But of course,
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, Roger, you live by the champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. Smackdown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
I'm trying to give these two WWE legends. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and the match is about to start. House of Black is in the ring right now. They got their full entrance, and now the Redeemer, Miro, getting his pyro. His horns of war have been playing. Open his AEW career with a 329-day winning streak, 15-0. Miro is a former TNT champion, and now he doesn't care if House of Black is in the ring. He's getting in the ring and walking up to all three of them, shoving them all. Fearless. Miro not even waiting for Sting and Darby Allin. Miro is fearless. And now the lights are off yet again. Darby Allin and Sting now going to make their way to the ring. This should be a 20-minute match tops. Sting and Darby Allin. And there they come. Two of the most popular superstars in the world of professional wrestling today, Darby Allin and Sting. Sting, of course, with his traditional baseball bat coming down to the ring. Darby Allin wearing the brown trench coat. Looks like it's from a garbage bin. Darby coming in hyped up, fast, heavy. Sting taking his time. Sting taking his time. House of Black, all with a war paint on. And it looks like Malachi Black will be starting this match off with Miro, perhaps? Let's see. Darby's hopping out. Sting is getting out. Yeah, it's going to be Miro and Malachi Black to kick things off. Miro ain't taking his eyes off Black. Black hasn't moved an inch. They're talking some trash. Both men lock up. Miro working Black into the corner. Now Malachi Black taking multiple shots from Miro. Miro with the stomps in the corner, kicking the shit out of Malachi Black, who's doing a good job of selling this. Miro now really trying to beat the shit out of Malachi Black in the corner, practically putting him out the ring. Brody King has to come in and get a shot onto Miro. Miro's going to shove Brody King now, and now Miro's going to start attacking Brody King as Malachi Black is still down in the corner. Now Malachi Black comes in, misses a kick on Miro. More shots to the midsection, big kicks, big shots. Irish whip, Miro with a reversal, sending Black into the corner. Black with a big boot to the face, taking down Miro. Nope, Miro's still on his feet. Now more shots to Miro. Kick to the thigh. Arm bar, blind tag from Buddy Murphy. Miro's going to shove Malachi Black. He's going to catch Buddy Matthews. Big Billy-to-Billy overhead suplex. Miro now with a running splash, putting down Buddy Murphy. And now Darby Allin extending the hand for the tag. And Miro is going to ignore the tag and continue to work on Buddy Murphy. Sending him into the corner now. Buddy Murphy with the kick. Buddy Murphy with a flying crossbody. Miro's going to catch him. Rock bottom out of nowhere. Or Uranagi, whatever you want to call it. Darby Allin still wants the tag, but Miro is not in the mood. And now we see the tag to... He taunted Darby Allin. He waved him off again. Now Miro gets punched in the face by Buddy Murphy. He shoves Buddy Murphy. Buddy Murphy comes back with a kick to the face. Chin breaker on Miro. Now Darby Allin with a blind tag on Miro. Darby now in the ring. Miro displeased with the blind tag. Buddy Murphy catches Darby Allin off the springboard, picks him up. Darby with a counter into the roll-up. Kick out by Buddy Murphy at 2. Darby dodges. Has him in a gut wrench. Bounces him off the ropes. Darby rolls through. Buddy with a stop. Kick to the midsection. Kick to the chin. Stomp to the toe. And now Darby with his own shots. Rolls out. Goes for the exploder. Looking for the code red, but Malachi Black back in the ring. Kick to the head of Darby, sending him down. Now sending Darby into the turnbuckle. Darby selling that very well. Now Malachi Black with, I would say, 10 to 12 stomps, choking Darby Allin in the corner. Now Malachi Black picking up Darby Allin. Snapmare. Hits the ropes. Drop kick. No, running kick to the chin of Darby Allin. Given well, sold well. Kick out from Darby Allin. Now he's dragging Darby back to the corner, and here comes Brody King. Brody and Darby have had a lot of history together, so now Brody King picking up Darby Allin. Big right hand chop, dropping Darby Allin on his body. Huge chuck. He chucks him from one side of the ring into the turnbuckle. Brody King now breathing heavy. I don't think they have too many titles. I think they have too many underutilized stars. But, you know, that's another story. Brody King now with a big chop to Darby Allin. Had him sitting on the top rope. Chops him, sends him flying to the outside. A lot of power in that chop. Darby now getting sent back into the barricade by Brody King. Sting can do nothing but watch on as Brody King continues to beat down on Darby Allin. Miro watching on as well. Brody King now sending Darby Allin into another steel barricade. Too many of these 3-on-3 matches. Now Brody King rolling Darby Allin in the ring. Miro asking Darby to come on over and give him the tag. Brody King gonna stop that. Drive him back to his corner, and then we're gonna get the tag to Malachi Black. Malachi Black back to the work on Darby Allin. Brody King got a little choke on Darby before he left. Malachi now the kick to the spine on Darby Allin and has him in a sleeper hold in the middle of the ring. Ref checking on Darby. Sting and Miro can do nothing but watch on. Now, Darby Allin with a snapmare on Malachi Black. Both men run at each other and have a right hand. They both go down. Darby, though, is down in the corner of House of Black, which is never good. Malachi Black now going after Darby Allin. European uppercut, tag to Buddy Murphy. Buddy Murphy now in the ring. Brody King holding onto the chin of Darby Allin, setting up Matthews to have a big chop on Darby Allin. Now another big chop from Matthews to Darby Allin. Darby Allin now fights back. Back elbows on King and Malachi Black. Goes to tag Sting, but Buddy Matthews catches Darby Allin, stops him in his tracks, launches him into the corner, and now gets a pop-up rising knee strike on Darby Allin. Buddy Matthews making that look good. Now Buddy Matthews attacks Sting. Cheap shot on Sting, sending him off the apron. Miro just watching on. Now Darby goes for the tag on Miro and gets it. Now Buddy Matthews backing up. Back into his corner. Referee now holding Miro back because the ref didn't see the tag. Now Buddy Matthews back inside to pick up the pieces of Darby Allin, sending him back to his corner. Now Buddy Matthews goes for the cheap shot on Miro, barely connecting. Miro back on the apron, but he gets pulled down by Malachi Black, who kicks him in the face for good measure. Now the tag to Sting. Sting is in the ring with Buddy Matthews and Brody King. And here goes Sting just absolutely beating the shit out of Brody King and Buddy Matthews, laying in shots all over the place. Now we're going to get the Stinger Splash in one corner on Matthews. Another Stinger Splash on Brody King. Another Stinger Splash on Buddy Matthews. Now Brody King taunting. Goes for the cannonball on Sting, but Sting dodges out of the way, sending Brody flying into Buddy Matthews. Now Brody back to his feet, runs after Sting. Sting sends Brody over the top ropes, but Brody King puts Sting into a sleeper, and Sting with a sit-down chin breaker, sending Brody King to the outside. Now Malachi Black making his way back to his corner. Sting throws Buddy Matthews towards Malachi Black, basically tell him, why don't you tag in, big boy? This is the match we want to see. Sting versus Malachi Black, yes? Malachi Black with a blind tag, now in the ring with Sting. Crowd on their feet. Are we going to get the face-off now between Sting and Malachi Black? And yet, there it is. Malachi Black looking around. Fans start chanting Sting. Now Malachi with the right hands on Sting. Completely missing. I don't know what I just saw. I just saw Malachi Black completely, blatantly miss 3 forearm shots on Sting. Sting now tripping up Malachi Black, putting him in the Scorpion Deathlock in the middle of the ring. Sitting down is Sting, locking it in, and it looks like Malachi Black has split his eye open. He's bleeding now. Buddy Murphy now in with a kick to the face of Sting, who laughs it off. Brody King now. Big right hand to Sting. Sting still holding on to that Sting Deathlock, Scorpion Deathlock, whatever. He's not letting it go. He's still not letting it go. Matthews and Brody just watching on. Now Malachi counters it. Now has a knee bar in on Sting. Brody King with a shot to Darby Allin. Now Miro back in the ring, grabbing Malachi Black by the hair. Dragging Malachi Black by the throat. Buddy Murphy now with a kick to the face on Miro on the outside. Now things have slowed down. Buddy Murphy, Malachi Black in the ring. Tag to Brody King. Now all 3 men in the ring from House of Black. Sting isolated. We got a 3-on-1 situation going on here now. Now Malachi Black, Buddy Matthews sends Sting into a suplex position, planting him on Brody King's shoulders. Sting counters, pushes Brody King into Matthews and Malachi Black. We get the tag to Darby Allin. Now Sting with a Sting death drop, and Darby Allin with the coffin drop. cover. And Buddy Matthews with the save. Sting now going to work on Buddy Matthews. Buddy Matthews with a chop block on Sting. Brody King trying to cut off Miro. He tags in Malachi Black. Miro with a clothesline sending Miro over the top rope. Miro with a big kick sending Brody King flying off the apron. Miro getting hyped up now. He rolls out under the bottom rope. Passes by Julia Hart. Now Miro running across. Goes after Buddy Matthews, but Buddy Matthews has a weapon. I believe he was using Sting's bat and just landed a big shot on the chest of Miro, who is down and done. Now Buddy Matthews back in the ring. Malachi trying to get back into the ring. Darby Allin trying to get back to his feet. Sting just completely down. Now Malachi Black trying to get back in the ring. Over the top stunner from Darby Allin to Buddy Matthews. Darby Allin with the suicide dive, cannonball suicide dive, taking out Buddy Matthews. Now Malachi Black behind Sting as Sting has finally got back to his feet. Malachi Black going to hit the Black Mass. Black Mass. What was that? They say that Sting got missed. I saw no mist. I saw no mist come out of Sting's mouth. Darby with that pin that he does, that coffin pin, and picking up the win. I think Sting completely fucked up the mist. Did anybody see any mist? And the commentators are going hard about this mist. Where was the mist? Oh, black mist. Yeah, that looked terrible, Jay. That looked terrible, but nonetheless, Sting, Miro, and Darby Allin picking up the win over House of Black. So we're just burying House of Black even more to a 60-year-old legend who charges $200 for autographs and an up-and-coming superstar in Darby Allin. And then Miro looked like he had absolutely nothing to do with the finish. Looks very disappointed. Miro's not in there to celebrate with these guys. Now Tony Schiavone getting a word with Daniel Garcia. Chris Jericho, Daniel Garcia now. Chris asking Daniel, where were you? You weren't out there celebrating. I've proven that I'm the greatest pro wrestler, greatest sports entertainer, but where were you? Daniel said, I never doubted it. You are the greatest ever. But I said you didn't need to cheat, and you still cheated, and you let me down. Jericho says, I appreciate your convictions, but you let me down as well. Here's what's going to happen. Next week, you got the biggest match of your career versus Wheeler Yuta for the Ring of Honor Pure title. And Jericho says, I know you're going to win, but you're going to have to do it without the Jericho Appreciation Society. We're not backing you up next weekend. Do you understand me? Daniel says, this is the biggest moment of my life. What do you mean you're not going to be there? Jericho said, you made your decision. I'm making mine. You're gonna win. You're going to beat Wheeler Yuta, but you're going to do it without Chris Jericho. Good luck. Oh, God. Oh, God. So, yeah, that's coming up on Dynamite on Wednesday. The Ring of Honor Pure Champion, Wheeler Yuta versus Daniel Garcia. Let's see if that kicks off the show. You're also going to get Death Triangle versus Best Friends and Orange Cassidy. Right now, it's time. It's time for the main event. Jon Moxley versus CM Punk for the AEW World Championship. And, of course, they're going to have to give us the whole spiel, the whole video, blah, blah, blah. Let's get this popping, people. Alright, folks. We're going to rest our voice for a minute because I'm sure this is going to be non-stop action. It's about to go down, folks. CM Punk versus Jon Moxley. And CM Punk is coming out first. Do you see cult of personality? I know you're in. I know you're in. Oh, Punk coming out with the white trunks. He's got the red stars. Comes over to give a pound to Jim Ross out of respect. Breaking news, AEW Fight Forever. Owen Hart will be a playable character in the game, as will Brody Lee. Just wanted to throw that out there. CM Punk now making his way in the ring. Chicago certainly loves their hometown hero. And tonight could be the night that he does become a two-time AEW World Heavyweight Champion. Jon Moxley, your undisputed AEW champion, no longer interim champion. Punk smiling. Let's see what we're going to get from CM Punk. Now CM Punk going to the top rope, putting the finger in the sky. It's main event time, folks. It's time for the main event of AEW All Out in Chicago. We are Chicago. CM Punk t-shirts probably selling through the roof. And that's it. Now it's time for Moxley's theme music, folks. It's main event time. It's Jon Moxley versus CM Punk going down live. It's 11:27 p.m. Eastern Time. That means this match has a minimum of 33 minutes before we hit the midnight hour. So, let's see what happens. Wild thing. Wild thing. Wild thing. You make my heart sing. Everything groovy. Wild thing. William Regal coming to the ring with the AEW World Heavyweight Champion, Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley slowly but surely making his way through the arena, walking through the crowd as only Jon Moxley does, stopping to appreciate some of the fans who have on CM Punk t-shirts. Jon Moxley giving these fans the finger. Very hostile crowd on site tonight because obviously this is in Chicago and we all know they're going for the Jon Moxley screw job. Now Jon Moxley soaking it all in, stops in front of the fans, puts up the title. Looks like he's got a couple of fans here tonight cheering him on. CM Punk waiting at ringside patiently. Jon Moxley talking with William Regal as he's coming to the ring. There goes Jon Moxley continuing to make his way through the crowd. Fans are eating it up. And yes, folks, this is the main event of the night. AEW's World Heavyweight Championship about to be decided as Jon Moxley and William Regal make their way through the crowd to the ring towards CM Punk. Now Moxley in the ring, wearing his Forged in Combat sweatshirt. AEW title securely strapped to the shoulders of Jon Moxley. CM Punk now making his way into the ring as Jon Moxley takes a look at him one last time before this match is going to begin. Now the introductions. $60-minute time limit for the All Elite World Wrestling Championship about to be decided right now. It's got a 60-minute time limit, but let's be honest, it's probably going to be like 25 minutes tops. The challenger from right here, Chicago, Illinois, weighing 218 pounds, CM Punk. AEW record currently 20-2. He signed Jon Moxley's open contract for the AEW Championship last week on Dynamite. Shirt is now off. Fans are already chanting CM Punk. This guy said 11 years, 46,000 miles to see CM Punk. Moxley getting introduced, and yes, he is getting booed, as you can imagine. The reigning, defending title defense, Jon Moxley's first world title defense since beating CM Punk to unify the championship. He's got a singles record of 57-4-1. Jon Moxley, one of the most dominant AEW champions we have had since AEW's beginning. Referee is Paul Turner for this match. Jericho is probably watching this, as he has said he has his eyes set on the world title. But right now, it's not about Jericho, it's not about MJF, it's not about Wardlow, it's not about Sting or Miro, it's about CM Punk versus Jon Moxley, and the bell has rang. Let's see how long it takes before Jon Moxley is bleeding like a pig. Moxley now with the middle fingers and the sit down, mocking Punk. Punk sticking his leg out to show him, yeah, my leg is fine, man. My leg is fine. Both men now trying to have a little strategy in this match. Moxley trying to play the mind games. CM Punk playing mind games right back. Fans chanting CM Punk hard. Punk going right up to Moxley, pushing him to the corner. Moxley again turned around. Now Punk turning Moxley around. Now Moxley turning Punk yet around again. CM Punk with some shots to the face. Has some rising knee shots. Taking Moxley into the corner. Big chop. Another big chop. Another big chop. Another big chop. CM Punk now with 5 chops. Moxley grabbing Punk, putting him in the corner. Now some stiff right hands to the head of CM Punk. Punk with the kick to the head on Moxley. Sends him reeling. Rising knee right to Mox. Now Punk sending Moxley into the corner. Another rising knee. And now a clothesline taking down Moxley. CM Punk now with his own hammer and anvil shots all over Moxley in the middle of the ring. Picking up Moxley. Punk calling for the go to sleep. And Mox hits the go to sleep. This shit is over. And Moxley somehow kicks out. Wow. Now Moxley making his way outside. Very dazed, very confused. I thought that was over for a second. Holy shit. Now Moxley hanging out outside ringside. CM Punk with a suicide dive, sending Moxley crashing into the crowd over the steel barricade. Punk going back to attack Moxley. Now a right hand to the face of Moxley. Another right hand to the face of Moxley. Punk chasing Moxley into the arena, into the crowd. CM Punk just taking Moxley all over the arena now. Both men now trading shots. Right hand after right hand. Moxley now going up the stairs as Punk is taking him up the stairs. Bashes his head off of the banister there. Another elbow to the back of the head from CM Punk to Moxley. Moxley's hurting right now, says the man in the mask. CM Punk, Moxley finally making their way back to the professional wrestling ring where this match should take place. CM Punk sends Moxley crashing over the barricade. Now CM Punk has Moxley back up, goes to send him into the steel steps, and he does. Moxley lands into the steel steps hard. Fans chanting CM Punk. They're all going wild. CM Punk doing some push-ups, I guess. Now we got a chant of CM Punk. Let's go, Moxley. Now, CM Punk back to his feet. Walking over to Jon Moxley. Shoves his shin into the face of Moxley. It's incredible Moxley's not bleeding yet. CM Punk now picking up Moxley for another GTS maybe. Moxley now breaks free. Sends Punk face first into the ring post. And now slides back into the ring to avoid the count out that the ref wasn't even counting. So, yeah. Moxley now trying to recuperate, trying to get back some energy. Trying to figure out where the hell he is. Punk is busted open, so Moxley was not the first one to bleed. It looks like Punk is bleeding. Referee putting some gloves on now, checking in on CM Punk to see if he's okay. CM Punk wiping his eyes, bleeding everywhere. Now Moxley realizes Punk is bleeding and Moxley is making his way outside. Big right hand to the face of CM Punk now. He has him next to the steel steps. Just straight right hands right on top of that cut. He is trying to make him bleed even more. Shoving that forearm, that right forearm. Shoving that elbow into the head of CM Punk. Moxley walking right up to the cameraman. Climbing the rope, climbing the apron. Punk is bleeding. He is busted open. Moxley is licking up the blood of CM Punk. Moxley standing on the apron now as Punk is now holding onto the stair steps for dear life. Moxley watching Punk bleed and enjoying it. Moxley kicks CM Punk right in the face. Sends him face first into the steel steps. Moxley now with another calculated kick to the face on CM Punk. CM Punk now holding onto the ring apron. Moxley celebrating in the ring, calling for this shit to be over. Punk is bleeding bad, bleeding all over the ring apron. Slowly making his way back into the ring now, rolling in. Moxley with a smile on his face. Looking at CM Punk bleeding, asking Punk, what's wrong, Punk? Now Punk making his way to his knees. Gives Moxley a shot to the throat. Moxley with a boot to the face. Punk with a slap to the face on Mox. Moxley with a kick to the face, sending Punk into the corner. Now Mox climbing the ropes, and he's dropping the elbows on CM Punk's head. Looks like about 10 of them. Some mini little headbutts. Pulling the skin, pulling the hair. Blood all over Moxley's face, and it isn't his. Incredible. Fans start chanting CM Punk yet again. CM Punk with a big chop on Moxley, who eats it. Shot to the face. Moxley asking for more. Multiple shots from CM Punk. Now a kick to the back of the left leg from Moxley to CM Punk, sending him down into the corner on the floor. Picking him back up. Now 2 jackknife hand chops. And a big right hand back to the head of CM Punk. Moxley now with the Irish whip, sending Punk into the corner. Punk with a reversal. Another rising knee into the face of Jon Moxley, followed by a bulldog, but Moxley holds onto the leg. Beautiful knee breaker. Trips him up. Elbow drop on that knee. Now Moxley going hard to work on that surgically repaired foot and surgically repaired knee of CM Punk. Moxley now with the submission in the middle of the ring. Ref asking Punk if he's okay, if he's still in it. Punk is not letting go of the ear of Moxley, but Moxley twists a little harder, and then Punk has no choice but to let go. Referee now counting as Punk's both shoulders are on the mat. So now Moxley taking his boot and shoving it into the face of CM Punk, and it looks like Moxley is going for a single crab. CM Punk begins to fight back with some kicks to the shoulder. Moxley with a stomp into the midsection of CM Punk. Looked like that hurt. Now Punk going back to the leg. What's he going for? Looks like he's going for that single crab, and he's got it locked in. Punk saying no way. He's done. He's not done. He says no way. Now Moxley going for the STF. Has that submission move. Dug in. Using his wrist to really dig at the cut of CM Punk. Now shoving his face into the mat, and Moxley really wrenching that leg. Really wrenching that left leg back really hard. Punk just bleeding everywhere. Trying to rip the eyes of Jon Moxley out of his head. CM Punk slowly now getting back to his feet. Moxley back to his feet. CM Punk in the corner holding onto the ropes. And Moxley going right back to that leg. Putting it over the ropes. Big right hand. Looks like he's hitting the ropes. Nice drop kick to that surgically repaired knee of CM Punk. Moxley now picking up CM Punk. Dragon screw. Now he's going for the figure 4, and it's connected in the middle of the ring. We get the big woo. Moxley has that figure 4 locked in. Referee asking Punk if he quits. Punk is not gonna quit like this, folks. Punk doing his best to not quit, trying to hold on tight for these thousands of fans in attendance at Chicago watching the main event of AEW All Out. Moxley giving CM Punk the finger. CM Punk spits in the face of Moxley, gives him the finger. Now Moxley lets go of the figure 4. Looks like he's very upset. He picks up CM Punk. Looks like he's going for a power driver, and he lands it. Cover. And a kick out from CM Punk. Nice power driver by Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley very disrespected when CM Punk spit in his face. Moxley now back to his feet. Going to the outside. Grabbing Punk by the arm. Bringing him to the ringside apron. Dragging him. Now Moxley back up on his feet. Standing on the apron. Looks like he's going to go for the power driver on the apron. CM Punk counters. CM Punk. Ooh, nice arm breaker by CM Punk. CM Punk still has life in this match. Let's see what happens. CM Punk, Jon Moxley now. Jon Moxley's down in the middle of the ring. CM Punk making his way back up to his feet. Fans still chanting CM Punk. Let's go, Moxley. CM Punk back in the ring, using the ropes to climb back up. Moxley holding onto his shoulder, points at CM Punk. CM Punk gets his foot up, boot to the chest of Moxley. Tries to send Moxley into the ring post, and does. Moxley getting sent shoulder first into the ring post. Punk holding onto that left leg. Punk back to his feet, hobbling around a little bit. Kicks the hand of Moxley. And now grabs both hands of Moxley and starts the stomps on the face of Jon Moxley. Now CM Punk with the Anaconda Vice on Moxley in the middle of the ring. Moxley not going to tap out though. Moxley trying to fight through this. Moxley now pulling on the hair of CM Punk and biting into the wound of CM Punk. Now Moxley with his own stomps on the face of CM Punk, on the chest, on the head, on the neck. Moxley pulling up his pants, calling for the rest in peace sign. Picking up Moxley by the head. Moxley calling for that, hits the ropes, goes for the clothesline. CM Punk dodges. Nice rising kick to the face on Moxley. Vintage CM Punk. Now CM Punk with the body slam. CM Punk rolls to the outside. Looks like he's going to the top rope for the elbow drop, perhaps. Moxley adjusting himself. CM Punk now making his way to the top rope. Slowly but surely, CM Punk makes his way to the top rope. Standing tall now, let's see. Standing tall. Fingers to the sky. Big time elbow drop, and Moxley counters into the Bulldog sleeper hold in the middle of the ring. Moxley has one of his legs wrapped around CM Punk. Picks him up a little bit. Puts him into another sleeper hold. Punk holding on. Punk now back to his feet. Sends him into the ropes. Nice takedown, arm drag takedown. Goes to put him into an arm bar. Moxley holding on tight, not letting go. CM Punk hammering on the head of Moxley. Almost connects with the arm bar. Moxley turns it around. And now, here's the Bulldog sleeper again. CM Punk doing his best to stay in this, stay alive. Moxley switches positions, but has not let go of this chin lock, this Bulldog chin lock. CM Punk now using his shins to try to kick Moxley, and then Moxley's going to turn that kick, grab it, and turn it into an ankle lock. CM Punk looks to be in pain. CM Punk going for the ropes. CM Punk going for the ropes. Moxley has that ankle locked in nice and tight in the middle of the ring. Fans now chanting CM Punk. Moxley has to let go. Punk was able to get a hold of the ropes. Now Moxley with a German suplex on CM Punk. Middle fingers up by Moxley. CM Punk on his knees. Pops up. Catches a nice right kick to the fucking head. And now Moxley comes back with the huge retaliation. Huge lariat, just dropping CM Punk. Moxley, CM Punk, both down now in the ring. Fans still chanting for CM Punk. Moxley getting back to his feet first. Now CM Punk getting back to his feet. Both men in the middle of the ring. And it looks like they're going to start trading shots. But no, CM Punk instead goes for the go to sleep. Moxley counters, goes for the paradigm shift. CM Punk counters, big right hand. Now Punk with a right forearm. Both men now trading shots in the middle of the ring. As we're closing in on the 11:50 p.m. mark. Now Moxley with the right hand. CM Punk with his own jab. Moxley with a jab, right hand. Both men now trading shots in the middle of the ring. Moxley telling CM Punk to bring it. CM Punk starts unleashing a barrage of shots. Moxley with a nice shot, stunning CM Punk. CM Punk with a beautiful neck breaker. Moxley back up. CM Punk going for the go to sleep. And Moxley's able to connect that foot. Moxley's able to grab that foot, kick him in the bottom of the kneecap. Going for the paradigm shift. And connects Death Rider, paradigm shift, whatever you call it. CM Punk is able to kick out of that huge big-time DDT. Now CM Punk back on the floor, and Moxley has that Bulldog Sleeper applied yet again. Now more hammer and anvil shots to the left shoulder of CM Punk, who's hanging on for dear life. Tough shots coming in. Punk, Moxley doing a good job of selling and taking and all of it. Now Moxley with another Bulldog Sleeper on the floor. Fans chanting CM Punk hard as this match is obviously going the distance. Much better than what we saw on Dynamite. CM Punk now back to his feet. Picks up Moxley. Has him on his shoulders. Grabs the head. Now Moxley back down with the Bulldog Sleeper. Using his leg to push down the left knee of CM Punk. Oh, CM Punk's able to roll through. Picks him up on the shoulders again. And now connects the GTS. But Moxley falls down on top of CM Punk. Moxley's out cold. Is Punk going to hit another GTS? What's going to happen here? Punkley now turns it around. He's picking up Moxley again on his shoulders. Punk has Moxley up on his shoulders yet again one more time. CM Punk with another GTS, and he goes for the cover on Moxley. And he gets it, and CM Punk is your champion. Two-time AEW Undisputed Champion of the World, CM Punk, bringing home the gold. Bringing home the title to Chicago yet again. But it's still early, folks. It's only 11:52. Are we going to see the winner of the casino ladder match? Are we going to see MJF? Let's see. CM Punk is your champion, folks. It took 3 GTSs, but Moxley has lost. And your new AEW World Champion, CM Punk, on top of the wrestling world yet again. Moxley laying out cold. Punk has a few words for him in the middle of the ring. Punk holding on to that title, bleeding. Punk putting that title on his shoulders. Punk now having his hand raised in the middle of the ring. Your AEW World Heavyweight Champion, CM Punk, Chicago hometown hero. Ref now leaving the ring. Moxley's out of the ring. It's just CM Punk and Chicago. And of course the lights all black now. We get a phone call. We're hearing a voice message From Tony Khan to MJF, probably. We're getting old school promos from CM Punk. Now the man in the mask is back and he's taking off the mask, and we all know who it is. And MJF saying he is the devil. Putting on the scarf. MJF is back, ladies and gentlemen, and he is coming out now. Wow. Finally. And here comes Maxwell Jacob Friedman. And he's going to cash in this thing right now? Are we going to have a new champion right now? Let's see what happens. No, here comes Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Scarf and all. He is back. MJF is back, ladies and gentlemen. And he is the winner of the Casino Ladder match. He has the chip. He has the title shot whenever he wants it. CM Punk looking on with disdain. Maxwell Jacob Friedman loving this shit. Calls for them to cut off the music. Fans now chanting MJF. Punk telling MJF to come down to the ring. But I wouldn't do that if I was CM Punk. MJF is back and he has a new faction. A dangerous faction as well. Fans now chanting for MJF in Chicago. Wow. You know he's been missed. MJF calling for the title. MJF giving the whole arena the finger. MJF says that belt is coming home to me. Wow. We're going to find out more on Wednesday on Dynamite. That's it, folks. That's been the show. This has been your live play-by-play coverage. All Out is over. We see no confrontation between CM Punk and MJF. Moxley is a loser, and CM Punk is your new AEW World Heavyweight Champion. If you've been watching, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the live play-by-play, and we'll see you here tomorrow for Monday Night Raw Wrestling with Savage. Everybody have a good night. God bless, and shout out to my cousin for the theme song.
In the history of podcasts. You are watching Wrestling with Savage! But of course,
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, brought to you live by the champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. Smackdown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
I'm trying to give these two WWE legends.